Countdown to kickoff. Let's go straight to the field for the coin toss, everybody.
All right, I got a special coin here. NFHS says tails at the bottom, and AHSAA says heads at the bottom. Do you want heads or tails? Tails. The man said tails. Here we go. Looks like it is. It is tails. You want to toss? Defer. You want to defer. Stay right where you are, guys. White want to toss. They defer. All right, that means they're going to
All right, you heard it here. Benjamin Russell has won the toss, and they have chosen to defer to the second half.
Thank you, Faith. Appreciate that. Scotty Gordon, Cornerstone Insurance and Financial Group. Coin toss, auto, home, life, and commercial true asset protection and competitive rates. At the best service, call on Scotty Gordon. As you heard, Wildcats win the toss, defer. Welcome in, guys. Randy, Wes, Faith. Glad to be up here at Chelsea.
Hey, beautiful facility, Brett. We've been here over the years, but every year we come back, it feels like they've renovated it more. They got this nice track around. Look at the field house over here to the left.
Right.
With the concession. We're on a different side of the field
We
now.
are.
So we're actually set up what used to be the home side of Chelsea, and they built the home side across the way from us. And,
Right.
Our good friend Michael Stallings, athletic director here, and I remember maybe a decade ago right over there when we were doing a sports call one afternoon having a conversation with Michael. And, he had a grand plan in mind, but whether they were going to be able to do all of it. So it's fun to sit here and see how much has happened over that 10-year period.
And there's no doubt, Randy. I'm going to come back and let you talk about that. I want to go down to Faith. Got Coach Michael Hale, the defensive coordinator, and I'll go down to you, Faith, with Michael.
Coach, where have you seen the biggest part of growth in this defense this late into the season?
I'm just the buy-in, man. We're a whole new coaching staff and the culture, right? So again, every week we're still trying to gain and learn our kids, man. So I'm just the buy-in that they're still believing in us, and hopefully we can continue this thing and make this run.
This Chelsea team has a very big run game. How are you guys planning to stop them?
Again, trying to be the best version of ourselves. We pride ourselves on being physical. I think we're a really good physical team, so hopefully we can stay physical and keep dominating and hopefully keep building to something special.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck.
Go Wildcats.
All right, Faith there with Coach Michael Hale, and always enjoy having her catch up with him. And, man, he is – we've got like 5 head coaches on this staff, maybe even more than that.
Well, we were laughing before the game. Coach Johnson just hanging out over on the sideline maybe 10, 15 minutes after the rest of the crew went in. And I said, he's got such great leaders around him. And,
right.
and he gives a lot of them the opportunity to lead in different ways that I've noticed throughout the year, Brett. And when you've got that much confidence in the people that you brought in, you need to let them take some control.
Right.
So it's fun to watch. Coach Coleman and I were trying to tell our kids last night we wish we could lead as well as they're doing right here, but they've got a lot to look forward to in the years to come.
All right, guys, opening kickoff here brought to you by Karen Chanel. Colin Murphy will kick right to left. Wildcats in all white tonight in the maroon headgear. Chelsea in the blue pants, black jerseys, blue headgear. Colin Murphy approaches, and there is more of a line drive. Kick's going to be fielded on a hop at the 15, going to be brought down the near side numbers 20, 25, 30, 35, across the 40, and a good return there for the Chelsea Hornets. Number 22 there on the return for the Hornets down this near side. River Hill, the junior free safety. So good field position at the 44 is where they're going to say they put the football down. Randy, so Chelsea starting with good field position, and they have a vaunted running attack here.
Well, their 2 running backs combined for right at 1,600 yards rushing through 8 football games this year. So definitely, you don't just put those kind of numbers up without having 2 good backs.
Going to start with a handoff over to the left side, and it's 26 right out of the gate. Morgan Barnes off the left side for a couple of yards there, brings up 2nd down and 8.
That's our leading tackler making that stop right there, Big Charles Chappelle, and he's got 86 stops on the season, 9 tackles for loss. They do get 3 yards off left tackle there, 2nd and 7.
Going to send a man in motion, left-right ball in this near hash, moving left to right. Logan Strunk, the quarterback there in the shotgun, trips up to the top, going to step back, look, got plenty of time, going to dump it out over there and going to be tackled right there at the 49-yard line. So it brings up third down. Wanted to go downfield, Randy. It was covered up, so he jumps it off underneath to pick up about 4 yards. It brings up third down and 5.
Well, our second leading tackler on the season is going to be credited with that stop, and that's Caleb Kendrick. 64 tackles coming into the ball game, 8 tackles for loss. So nice to see your top 2 tacklers getting into the action early. Third down possession play here for Chelsea. We'll call it 3rd and 5.
Strunk in the shotgun. Man in motion left, right, going to settle down at the H-back position. Ball on the far hash. Going to take a handoff over the right side. Going to turn the corner. He's got a first down, 40, 35, 30, and going to be run out of bounds there. We got sucked in. They turned the corner.
They had bad defense.
And it was, yes.
Our coaching staff upset, getting sealed inside. Not much of a block that it took. We just dipped down and didn't keep that outside containment, that outside shoulder leverage in our favor, and really good blocking there by Chelsea in a big game.
27 yards and a first down inside the 25. Going to turn around, hand it off again. Found a seam, tripped up at the 20-yard line right there. Almost getting going there. Get up to about the, let's see, where did they put him down? They're going to say right at the 20, so pick up about 4 yards there.
Quickly back to the line of scrimmage. They found something they like on this right side. See if they stick with it.
Man in motion right to left there. 2 receivers split. Going to send another man in motion. A little quick pitch over there. Wildcats had it strung out. Going to be able to turn the corner. Going to drop him, though, across the 20 down to around the 17. So brings up third down there. Man in motion that time taking the handoff was Hudson Picklesmeyer.
Well, we got to get some help for Charles. I mean, we've had 5 plays. He's got 3 of the tackles. We're not doing a really good job of holding the edge. Got blocked inside there. They've got multiple blockers, though, out front, Brett. A nice seal by one of their wide receivers to get that gain. Picks up about 4 or 5 yards. Going to bring up third down and about 3. And we jump offside with our left end.
Yeah, they did the hard count, got up, shifted, and we jump in the neutral zone, and will be a 5-yard penalty, a first down for Chelsea. Moved this football down from the 45. So now inside, it will be first down, and they can still get a first down inside the 1-yard line, so it's not first and goal. But basically first and goal here. Strunk in the shotgun. 1 receiver, now 2 down here to the bottom. Going to hand off. No, quick pass. Faked it down the far sideline. Out of bounds inside the 10, down around the 6 is where they're going to knock him out.
A big number 2 picking up that reception on that left side, Adam Wheeler, about 6'1", 6'2". Show the give off the left and just hitting him on a quick little out route. Takes the football down outside the 5. We'll give it at the 6-yard line. 9:48 and counting to go. Actually went out of bounds, so the clock stopped, 9:49 to go.
Quick snap, going to hand off left side, found a seam, going to dive for the end zone. Didn't get there, but may have picked up a first down. Could get a first down inside the 1-yard line.
Yeah, it's been all Barnes here on this drive.
First down.
Coming into the ball game, 786 yards rushing, 9 touchdowns. We haven't seen Malone. You know, there was mentioned a little earlier that we may have one of the running backs for Chelsea not playing tonight. We'll just have to watch and see how that goes, but they don't need another one right now the way that Barnes is running the football.
Strong going to hand off over there. This time he's hit. He's fighting forward to get in. I don't think he got in. He does this time. The push coming in late. He gets off the left side and gets some assistance. Didn't get it initially, but that line came in and pushed from behind, and Chelsea takes the opening drive down the field. 46 yards. I think they started at their own 44 after a 20-something yard kickoff return. And Chelsea methodically working their way down the field to take an early 6-0 lead here with 9:17 to go in this first quarter. They'll do some shifting here. Chelsea, very well-coached football team. I believe we lead the series, Randy, 6-1. Is that right?
Yes, 8th meeting tonight.
Snap, the place, the kick is on the way. It's good. It is 7-0 Chelsea. That is your new all-clear plumbing and air score. As the Wildcats, doesn't happen very often to our defense. Struggled stopping the run. A couple of containment issues are on the corners. And then enough passing in that drive to keep the Wildcats honest. And it was a beautiful drive if you're Chelsea here tonight. Again, you know, Coach Johnson talked to me about this in the locker room. He said these are the games that define who you are. You got the region clinched. You come in here. What do you show? Is this a trap game? Is this a letdown game? You know, you got to get better as you get toward the playoffs. And he said he was concerned about that a little bit.
Well, they're a pretty good football team. They're 5-3 on the season. The lone game they let get away from them was Spain Park, but they've been in the rest of them. And you can tell they can run the football. You know, I made mention a little earlier. They've got two backs. Between the two of them, they've got over 1,600 yards rushing, and you can see why, Brett. Very talented kid back there at tailback.
This is going to be return, kickoff down to the 3. We're going to bring it out 15, 20, across the 20 up to the 24-yard line. So a good return there from inside the 5.
Well, I'd like to see this. B.J. Bedgood back there in the return game. Saw him return one for a touchdown against Charles Henderson. I'm not sure that we've seen him have another opportunity on the season, but he's starting to put some good yardage up. He's now up to 532 all-purpose yards on the season, 341 of that receiving, 5 total touchdowns, and need him to play well here tonight.
Pre-year will come out 1st and 10. Wildcats at their own 24-yard line. 2 receivers split down here to the bottom, 1 to the top. Going to be a quick screen down here to the bottom to Cedarian Morgan, and he's going to be spun out of bounds across the 30 up to the 32. A big gainer there on 1st down. Going to give him about 8 yards there. Brings up maybe 7. 2nd down and 3, they'll call it.
I take that all night. You know, if they're going to be 6, 8 yards off, give it to the big man. Let him get those 8 or 10 catches here tonight. We saw that with BJ last week. A lot of opening underneath, and Kingston doing a tremendous job of playing quarterback.
Snap going to hand off over here, trying to find some room across the 35. He's got a Wildcat 1st down, compliments of C&T Electric. Wildcats moving the chains there on 2nd down up to the 35-yard line.
Great patience there by Jai Norris.
38, excuse me.
Could have easily bounced this one outside, and looked like he may have had that sealed off where he could make something there, but holds just that last second and finds a good gain and a 1st down for the Wildcats out to the 38.
Ball on the near hash mark, moving right to left. Jai going to sprint out of the backfield. Now Kingston by himself. Takes the snap, going to roll out to the right, looking, going to throw it downfield. He's got him wide open at the 30. 25, 20, and out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. There's a big strike there from Kingston pre-year. Out to practice early. A big-time C&T Electric 1st down. Wildcats in business inside the Hornet red zone.
Well, that's becoming the norm with Kingston, so I won't necessarily just brag on him there. I'm going to brag on the offensive line, Brett. He had all day to throw this football, and if you give Kingston that much time, with the talent he has out at receiver, he's going to find somebody. Can't throw this football any better than 10th grader did there.
Going to line up trips up there to the top. Going to drop back here, looking to the left side. Pass is high and incomplete. Looking underneath to BJ, but then had somebody leaking out into the end zone there, and don't know, just kind of maybe a little bit of a miscommunication there.
Yeah, he and BJ trying to discuss that. A little underneath route. No harm done, though, and change up the formation, send Zai in at that H-back. He's played so well this year, and you have to watch Zai. He'll leak out of the backfield,
yes.
And really good hands there also. But live to play another play. Glad to not see that one end up in a blue jersey.
Yeah, Cedarian up to the top along with BJ. One lone receiver split down here to the bottom. Shotgun formation. Kingston on 2nd down and 10. Going to hand it to the back. Jai going to shift outside, broke a tackle, 10-5. Still running. He's going to spin in to the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. Wildcats answer on their opening offensive drive. And Jai Norris gets into the end zone.
Glad to see him back full speed. Had a couple of weeks where he was hampered with injury and didn't play, Brett, but so patient. And Jai's really well put together. He's about 5'6", 5'7", 175, 180 pounds. Wants to get behind his pads, run north and south, and made 2 tremendous cuts inside the 10-yard line.
Wildcats take it down the field. Extra point is on the way, and it is up, and it is good. And the Wildcats have tied it at 7 apiece. That is your all-clear plumbing and air score. And we'll go down to the sideline with Faith Richardson. The Wildcats give up an opening touchdown. They go right back down the field, and they answer. It's tied up at 7 apiece.
a quick answer by the Wildcats to these Chelsea Hornets. They started off really fast on getting a touchdown, and the Wildcats responded right back. So let's see what happens the rest of the night.
Yeah, absolutely. So offense is out to quick starts here tonight for both teams. And, hey, that was out to practice early. Like you said, I think a lot of credit goes to the offensive line.
Oh, couldn't block better. You know, a lot of variation. Great to see Sedarian with 2 receptions on that drive. Just a tremendous job by Kingston setting his feet and delivering a perfect pass. It looked like a little flag route. And Sedarian had his man beat by a good 5 to 7 yard. Beautiful drive there, Coach Coleman.
Yeah. 5 plays, 75 yards. Good drive. With a touchdown run.
7:40 to go here in the first quarter. Colin Murphy will kick right to left. And that kick looked a lot better on that extra point, Randy.
Yep.
We'll come back to that, talk about it. Down to the 3, going to be the same deal. Return down this near side number, and he is ripped down across the 20 up to the 21, 22-yard line. A lot better there on the coverage there.
You got great speed there, Brett, on that return man for Chelsea. Saw him take it out to the 45-yard line on that previous return, which set up really good first possession. But it looks like River Hill.
Yes, River Hill.
Wearing number 22 there.
And he's a north-south guy. He found the numbers twice there, but this is a little bit better. They started at the 44 last time.
Good test here tonight. Looks like a really well put together line for Chelsea.
They'll send 2 guys in motion, going to shift it over to the left as they move left to right. Ball in the near hash. Strunk going to take that, and
much better.
And that's a well-diagnosed play over there on the end.
Well, that's Elijah coming up from his safety post. And tonight, when they run the football as well as they do, don't be surprised if you don't get the safety involved in that run game closer to the line of scrimmage. Can't get sealed in, can't give up that outside leverage, and Elijah doesn't allow it right there. We'll call it about a 4-yard loss, 2nd and 14.
Yep, clock under 7 minutes now. Tied up at 7 apiece here. Chelsea on offense, 2nd and 14. Strunk looks, going to set up a screen over on the near side.
Played it well.
Wildcats have 3 defenders right there to shut it down. Going to get back up to around the 21 or 22-yard line, so close to that original line of scrimmage. Get that 4 back they lost on the previous play. Sets up 3rd down and 10.
That's my cousin right there catching that ball, Turner Simpson. And Turner, very good-looking athlete, 6'2", 6'3", about 180 pounds. Tried to set the tunnel screen up, Brett. Bird reads that one, gets out toward the sideline on the short side of the field and doesn't give up much. Maybe a 4-yard gain. We'll call it 3rd down and 11 here for Chelsea.
Strunk in the shotgun, 1 back beside him to the right. He'll send a man in motion left to right. Takes the snap. Going to look down the middle of the field. Going to fire passes tipped and almost intercepted. Had 2 guys back there after the tip. And falls harmlessly to the turf for the Chelsea Hornets. But it brings up 4th down and 10, a punting situation. Much better that time for the Wildcats, getting off the field and 3 and out.
Very well thrown football right there. A little dig route, 14, 15 yards into the middle of the field. Can't throw this football any better than they do there. Really good job by Charles, though. Kind of that Tampa 2 look from his middle linebacker post. He's back 14 to 15 yards, and kind of hear the footsteps going there, Brett.
Right. There's the snap. Punts it. This one's Shank off to the right. Going to go out of bounds at like the 47 or 48-yard line. So not a very good punt there for Chelsea. So Wildcats going to set up shop inside Hornet territory here for this 2nd offensive possession. Really good field position there. We'll see how this plays out. Wildcats took that opening drive down the field. 76 yards there on that first drive for the Wildcats. Wildcats start at the Hornet 45. Is going to say where the ball went out of bounds.
Josh out tonight, so you'll see a lot more Ja here in the backfield.
Yes. Shotgun snap for Kingston. Going to roll out again, throw on the run. He's got him, and he just dropped it there, leaning down. A little bit low there for Sedarian, but still.
Great footwork by Kingston. Stepping into that football, sets that right foot down and steps forward into it. He'd like to have that one back. Yeah, slightly underthrown, but, man, I'm more watching the way that a sophomore's footwork works. And, Brett, he is.
No, he has got it, man.
Man, he has got it. He's continuing to get better every week, and you have to kind of keep in mind how young he is out there.
I know it. I say that every time.
He is so special.
It is. You have to pinch yourself and remind he's a sophomore. It's crazy. All right, 10 on the play clock. Got to hurry up. Somebody's not aligned. Now they finally
get Sedarian on the line.
All right, going to take the snap there, and boy, that just
smart Kingston
pulled it out, and it's going to fall down. That was a bad play all the way around. Jai fell down in the backfield, and Kingston just sat on the football, going to lose a couple of yards there. So it brings up 3rd down and 12.
Go back to that ace package. You're going to bring Zai out. Send DJ back into the ball game. So you'll see 4 wide here for the Wildcats. And the way our offensive line's blocking, Brett, a lot of opportunities back here in the secondary. See what they're showing.
They're going to have trips to the top, and one down here to the bottom is Sedarian. Going to sprint out of the backfield. Now it's empty, 5 wide on 3rd and 12. Kingston takes the snap, got some pressure off the end, got plenty of time, going to aim, fire deep. He's got BJ, touchdown! Wildcats in stride, BJ Bedgood. What a strike from Kingston Pre-Year to BJ Bedgood, and the Wildcats are up 13-7.
Can't throw it better. You cannot throw this football better. It's a deep post route. They only have 3 down linemen rushing. Really good job by our left tackle, allowing their defensive end just to run by Kingston. Kingston steps up into the pocket and delivers a strike. This football is about 60 yards in the air directly to BJ, and he walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
Colin Murphy on for the extra. High snap and going to get this down. Did he get it through? He did. Somehow. That was a high snap. Got it on the ground and able to kick it through. Wildcats lead at 14-7. Faith, down to you on the sideline. A 48-yard strike from Kingston Pre-Year to BJ Bedgood. So many weapons in this wide receiver core for the Wildcats. Not sure we have Faith.
Did y'all tee me up?
Yeah, we did. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, this is 2 for 2 so far on the extra points tonight. The Wildcats are headed in the right direction with a beautiful pass. Kingston is on fire tonight with his arm.
He really is. Faith, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Maybe having some trouble, Kane, if you hear me over there, with her hearing us and people hearing us at home. Don't know. So we're getting some text, and we apologize if that's the case. We'll come over to you, Coach, here in just a second for a drive recap. This is a high kick that's going to be short, fielded around the 15-yard line. Brings it out. Going to be tackled short of the 25.
Great job in coverage both times that we've seen those 2 tackles by Caleb Kendrick, Brett. Just all over the field. You know, we've had a lot of players improve over the offseason, and Caleb Kendrick's right there at the top of the heap for me, Brett. He is just a great football player everywhere, plays active. Give us that drive right there, Coach Colton.
Yeah, 3 plays with Kingston with a 48-yard pass to BJ. And what a pass that was.
Handoff for Chelsea in the backfield, going to shut him down. A lot better adjustments for the Wildcat defense these last 2 possessions for Chelsea.
Super job right there by middle linebacker senior B.J. Hicks. B.J. just getting low down to the ground, getting a hold of those ankles behind the line of scrimmage for a 1-yard loss, and B.J.'s had a tremendous senior season.
He really has, Randy. Loss of 1 there on that play, and as we tick down under 4 minutes now, 3:52 to go here in the first quarter. Wildcats lead it 14-7. Going to swing it out over on the left side. Going to be run out of bounds around the 23-24.
You know, going to give them that. That's just about 4 or 5 yards out of the backfield, just a little out route on that left side. Tremendous job by Elijah Johnson coming up from his secondary position. Elijah extended his interceptions out to 6 last week, cheering him on to get that 10-plus mark on the season. I think he's well on his way, but even maybe more important than that, Brett, how well he's playing, coming downhill, tackling, making great tackles here second half of the season.
Yeah, I think we're going to try to, not going to call a timeout, thought about it, but it is 3rd down. Now they're going to be a penalty flag come out over here with 3:38 to go. I think there's maybe a substitution issue here. Coach Johnson is out close to the numbers, waving. It was 3rd down and 9. Wildcats lead at 14-7. That is your All Clear Plumbing and Air score right now.
Brett, while they're straightening this one out, I want to tell a quick story. The lone loss that we've had, who was it against?
Opelika.
No, I'm talking about in this Chelsea series. Do you remember where you and I were?
Davin Palmer, right up here on top of this building or wherever it was.
I told Wes
with a hurricane.
That's my first year at Ben Russell. My first year. Yeah, I was over there.
I'll never forget that.
I said that was before I had the confidence to tell Brett there's no chance you're getting me on top of any buildings to call football games. And I was miserable all night. And the football team was too. Nick Hand's giving me that update, by the way.
That's going to be on them. So it's going to back them up 5. 3rd and 14. Trips down here to the bottom. Logan Strunk in the shotgun by himself. Going to drop back. Under pressure. Going to throw it down that far side. Overthrown. Best opportunity was for one of our guys to pick it off. And falls incomplete. And this is another 3 and out for Chelsea. So after going down, this is like Auburn. Go down the field methodically, 70-something yards or 60-something yards, and then you come back and you can't get a first down. So I see plenty of that on Saturdays. Chelsea now with a 4th and 14 going to have to punt the football. And hopefully we got our technical issues corrected. I know some of you sent us a message at home. Let us know if you are still having issues hearing us, and I think we've got Faith good now on the sideline. Yes. So maybe we got it all figured out. We are in an away stadium. My Lord. 4th down and 14, and there's a punt for Chelsea. Going to get away from it. It's going to hit. Man, takes a direct. Kurt Johnson fields it, and he's gone. That man has so much energy, I'm telling you. Ball hit 48, took a direct turn to the right, went out of bounds, almost in the identical spot of where the Wildcats started the last drive. Yeah. So 1st down and 10 inside Hornet territory as the Wildcats lead at 14-7 with 3:03 to go here in this first quarter. Kingston Preyer, man, is on pace to have a dynamic night already. Just great throws by the sophomore quarterback. Going to swing it out over there to his wide receiver. Going to be hit at the 45 and driven backwards. So a very short gain. Going to pick up about 2 there. Brings up 2nd down and 8.
Well, you know where I stand with BJ touching the football. It may only be 2 or 3 here, but it's going to be 33 on the next one, and he's going to take it to the house on the following. There's a certain amount of times that young man needs to touch football in a game, Brett, because he is dynamic. A game breaker out there. And we've gotten better and better as he's been back. You can get a sense that he and Kingston, who played together last year, of course, but they're getting a little bit more in tune with what they're looking to do. And look how much room underneath we've got here to throw the football.
Yeah, they're scared of underneath, over the top. And Kingston dropping back. He's just got all day long. And this one, woo, man, through in traffic. But when I tell you could sit back there for 15, 20 seconds, there's zero pass rush really at all.
Really just rushing 3
now. Yeah, they're dropping everybody
back.
They're
sitting back deep on the defense, on the backside.
A little bit of a dangerous throw that time by Kingston.
Well, he misread the coverage.
Yeah.
They dropped back in coverage on that right side and almost fell right back into the football. Didn't think that he had anyone to worry about in front there, but, again, lived to play another one. 3rd down, we'll call it 8 on the board.
Wildcats here, going to spread it out. Got a man behind him. Kingston in the shotgun. 3rd down, going to take the snap. 3rd and 8. Does have a little pressure this time. Going to roll away from it. Fire pass. This one is incomplete. Short down around the 30-yard line. So it'll be 4th down coming up for the Wildcats. And they're going to bring the punting unit out. And, hey, Carson Spears last week, guys, had the play of the game.
Yeah.
With that punt, really kind of turned things back in the Wildcat. It was a 12-7 game, if y'all remember. And then he punted that one. It was down inside the 1, and that really changed everything heading into the 4th quarter.
Well, you see how important the kicking game is here tonight. I mean, Chelsea's shanked 2 already. Carson, the field position's been in our favor.
Carson takes the snap. Maybe he can get a good one off, gets a pretty good one off. This is going to go down there and be fielded at the 15. So, hey, that one, if that one hits the turf, that one's probably rolling inside the 10 too. So a good effort there by Carson Spears, punting from his own 41-yard line, and forces them to come up and field it there at the 15. There's a Scooters Coffee timeout on the field. We're just going to keep it here. 1:57 to go here in the first quarter of play. Wildcats lead at 14-7. Here in the Heritage South Credit Union first quarter. Your community credit union, visit myhscu.com. Logan Strunk, the quarterback, consecutive 3-and-outs for the Chelsea Hornets. Backed up now at their 15, going to take it and stick it to the belly of the running back, and he's going to fight across the 15 up to around the 16 or 17. So I'm going to give him about 4 yards there on first down.
Yeah, still Logan Barnes. Not sure that we're going to see the second running back there tonight. You know, we did have a mention that Malone may not be playing, and doesn't look like he is if we haven't seen him so far. But Barnes, a great back, has gone over 800 yards rushing with this game so far here tonight. And you can tell they want to stick to that run game, Brett, and run that clock.
Yep. 1:22 to go here in the first quarter. Wildcats lead at 14-7. Sure, all clear plumbing in there. Score. Strunk going to hand it off to the tailback. He hits a wall, a gang tackle there short of the 20-yard line. So quickly, again, a possession play deep in their own territory here for the Chelsea Hornets as the clock will roll under a minute here in the first quarter. Wildcats lead at 14-7. Would love to get off the field again here.
That's Pucci over there along with Charzell making that stop. Charzell was our defensive player of the week last week. Keeps getting better and better. And you look at 96 out there. He's a sophomore, by the way. He'll have every offer you can have when it's all said and done.
Strunk in the shotgun, running back, and they're going to shift around. We didn't jump that time. 9 seconds on the play clock, 35 seconds on the game clock. Takes the snap, going to pull it, going to roll out over here. Strunk's going to try to run for it. Boy, he is chopped down short of the 20. He had no chance.
He's getting better.
Yeah, no chance to turn the corner there, and he's going to lose a couple of yards.
Elijah is, if it's possible to get better as a football player, he is. He's getting way better in tackling downhill from that safety position. And, Brett, the better he gets, the better we're going to get. Because when you got a safety that can fill a gap, when you do allow someone to break through, and instead of it being a 12 to 15-yard gain, it's a 4 or 5.
Yes.
Something going there.
Yeah, no doubt. Tremendous play by him. That's the end of the first quarter. Wildcats lead at 14-7. We'll take a break. Scooters Coffee timeout on the field. You're listening to the Wildcat Football Network. Going to the Wildcat Football Network. Starting the second quarter, the Heritage South Credit Union second quarter. Wildcats lead it 14-7. Chelsea going to have to punt again, Randy. It's 3 consecutive 3-and-outs after the Wildcats give up a 40 or 65-yard opening drive for a touchdown.
Hey, I'll take another shank.
100%.
Give me another one. I don't think they've had a 25-yard punt yet on these first 2.
Right.
So great field position, but back here to return Calhoun, who has been as good a football player as we've had the last 4 or 5 weeks.
It's not the best effort again, but Calhoun's going to be able to field it, dropped it, picked it up at midfield, and still running around right there and going to be brought down inside Chelsea territory again around the 47, 46, 47.
Same spot.
Yeah, it is really. Now you're going left to right. And, you know, Coach Johnson told me in the locker room, Randy, that there's not a play where LaJavius touches the football. He didn't think he's going to score.
Agreed.
He's like literally every time he touches, he's like, well, that could go. That could go. And he broke a bunch of tackles over there in a big pile. And
well, I feel for Baby J. He's probably had 3 to 4 touchdowns called back, whether it be a punt or a kickoff return, and just disappointing. Always seems to be a late flag that's thrown in there on him. But as this season moves on, big playability like that could be the difference between a win or a loss.
Right. First down, going to hand off over there on the left side.
I like
Broke a tackle 40. Going to be run out of bounds.
Bo Herman. Pierre Thomas back in the backfield now. And, Pierre he has got a running back build. He's from a running back family. I worked with his uncle Daly, who was a tremendous running back himself, an all-state running back way back in the day, Bo. We getting old, my friend. And Pierre picking up 9 yards off left tackle there on first down.
Second down and 1 inside the 40. Now high snap, going to take it and hand it off over there on the left side again. Across the 35, down inside the 35 to around 32, and they're going to push him back. But that's another first down compliment to C&T Electric. 11:29 and going again. Hey, look, Coach Johnson talked about Pierre. He said, look, had a little issue dropping some passes here the last few weeks, but, hey, he's too good of an athlete. Now they run him in there at tailback, and there's been a plethora of guys tote the football this year for the Wildcats.
Well, Pierre's 6 foot 205.
Yes, that's a big guy.
He's built like a running back, and every time the dropsies have hit him, it's been when he's outrun the entire defense.
We have a penalty there.
Yeah, flag on us.
Was that a holding call?
Yeah.
So I didn't see the flag. So holding penalty against the Wildcats, going to back it up, be second down in 11.
But I do love building that depth a little bit, Brett.
For sure.
Josh out tonight, so going to need a little more depth there at running back. Kirk's going to step in, call a quick timeout. We're a little bit confused, but a really good timeout used right there by Coach Johnson. Wildcats lead 14-7, 11:04 to go here in the second.
Scooters, Coffee, 30-second timeouts. You're listening to the Wildcat Football Network. Back, 11:04 to go here in the first half, 14-7. Wildcats lead it here at Chelsea. Facing a second down 11 after a holding penalty. A couple good runs there by Pierre for a first down, and now it's going to be second down and 11. Inside Hornet territory, lived inside Hornet territory the last 3 or 4 drives. And Kingston will be in the shotgun now, moving left to right. That was an early start down here. No flag. Kingston going to take it and throw it down the middle of the field. Got him. Going to wait on it. Caught it at the 1. He's into the end zone. Touchdown. Wildcats.
At the 1.
Going to say a knee down.
Oh, my gosh.
What in the world?
Are you serious?
Throw, though. What a throw right there by Kingston.
That's another 6. That's a 52, 53-yard pass.
Same route.
Quick
Just
to the line of scrimmage. Going to take it, hand it off to, is that Jai in the backfield?
Yeah, that's Jai again.
Yeah, Jai going to get in off the left side. That time is a touchdown. Touchdown, Wildcats. Jai Norris, 20-7, Wildcats lead it. What an unbelievable pass again. This is twice. You cannot throw a pass any better than the 2 he's thrown to BJ tonight.
Well, Coach Coleman compliments him more on his deeper routes than anything else he does. Just got an uncanny ability to put the ball in the catchable position.
It's just as pretty a pass as you'll see. Extra point coming up, and there's a penalty flag, and this will be blown dead. Hey, I've got a question. How did that official get down there that fast to see that line.
Well, the problem I had is it's very hard to tell for sure, but I did think he had a knee down, but I thought the ball had extended across the goal line as close as he was. Had to go down late to pull it in, not because the ball wasn't in the right spot.
He had to wait on it for a second or so. But you know what? You don't want to overthrow it there. So
it was close.
Yeah. Hey, scored anyway. Jai got in from a yard. Now we'll try this extra point after the flag. Snap, place, kick is on the way. That one's good.
That's a great hole by BJ there.
21-7, and that's right. Good hole by BJ. And another strike, Faith, by Kingston Freer to BJ Bedgood. Thought he got in, but, hey, John Norris runs it in. Kingston Freer, as you said earlier, tonight he is just on fire.
Talk to Josh Harrell about Jai being in this game and what he told him to do and give him a little bit of motivation. He said, I just told him to go in there and do what he does, and that's all he needed to do.
It's great stuff there, and appreciate it, Faith, on the sideline, and Sophie down there with the camera. Good job, as always, with our sideline reporting. This is such a tight-knit group here on this team. They pull for each other. A lot of guys, man, that run in and out at running back. I mean, it's 7, 8 guys that have toted the rock this year.
Hey, they're just led so well, Brett. I know you just keep saying it, but I've been around them, and Kirk Johnson's not normal. Look, I hope he's here for 20 years, but good luck is all I can tell you, because what we see, you can't hide it. He was exceptional there at Catholic, and he's doing the same here. And we're getting better and better, and it's the culture around him, Brett. It's the other coaches. It's the way that the players lead, and it starts right there with the number 1 recruit in the state, number 1 standing there at midfield.
Yeah.
Jadarian Morgan's got such a great attitude, and people feed off of him.
Colin Murphy going to kick it down to the 3, dropped it. Can't handle it, picks it up at the 5, 10, cuts outside, 20, 25, 30. You know, that's something that's been a little bit of an issue that Coach Johnson's talked about to kickoff for return and the coverage. He bobbled that inside the 5, and you see that a lot of times when deep guys drop the ball, people lose their lanes and they converge and they say, I'm going to make that play. And that time the Wildcats got out of their lanes, and he was able to get outside and get to the 32, 33-yard line to get some decent field position there to start this drive for Chelsea.
Good return man, Brett. Got really good speed. Wants to get north-south, and we've seen him already take one out to the 45-yard line. This one right outside of the 30. That's number 22, River Hill.
Shotgun snap coming up for Strunk. Takes it, going to hand it off to the tailback, and he is pulled down from behind and then sandwiched.
That's Charles. Boy, he is here to play tonight.
Who was it that came in from behind, though, and wrapped him up?
BJ underneath.
Yeah, and then Charles finished him off.
Yeah, and BJ right there in a perfect position, but a great job. May have been Caleb, too, on this right side.
Yeah, I think it was Caleb. Yep.
They look a lot alike, so I apologize to both of them. It's a compliment if I call you the other one's name as well as they played this year. But Charles really playing well here tonight.
He always does.
Yeah, over 90 tackles on the season now with the way that he's gotten started here in the first half. Wildcats lead 21-7, 9:57 to go here in the second.
There's a timeout on the field. Scooter's Coffee, they're not going to – I don't know. I mean, Chelsea went off the field. There's an injured player. I don't see anybody down over there on the far side, but so off, and looks like okay there for Chelsea. Second down and 9 with 9:49 to go here in the first half. Brought to you by Heritage South Credit Union. Going to run off the right side. This time runs out of real estate on the short side across the 35 up to the 37, 38. Going to be third down coming up. That was Barnes on the carry again. Going to be third down and I'll say almost 6 coming up here for Chelsea.
Nothing soft about tackling him, Brett. He is downhill. He is coming at you, isn't he? And we hold our ground off that left side. I think that's Baby J over there at his defensive back post, not giving up a big game, but they do pick up maybe 5 or 6 yards there on second down. We'll call it 3rd and 5, rolling under 9 minutes to go here in the first half.
Faith, you got something for us?
I do. I'll wait till after this.
Okay, going to hand off right side. Going to get a first down that time. And going to get out to the 45, it looks like. So, again, using that short side of the field. Okay, Faith, down to you.
Yeah, I was able to catch up with BJ. You know, him and Kingston just have this chemistry going on tonight where you can just see it and feel it out here. I asked him, I said, you know, where did that come from? And he said, I've been out a few games, and now that I'm back, you know, our chemistry throughout the entire offense has gotten so much stronger and better, and I don't see anybody stopping this offense.
It's a good point, Randy. You talked about that, you know, really starting to pick it up a notch there. BJ getting back in the flow after missing a few games. First down and 10 at their own 44. Going to hand off over here. Squirted through midfield. He's off into the second level, 40, 35, and then pulled down around the 30. That's Barnes again.
He's really good. He's north-south. He's strong, Brett. I mean, he is well put together. I was about to compliment Caleb Kendrick, who held his ground on this left defensive end for us, just sitting there. But, you know, if you're going to arm tackle him, he's coming through it at some point, and that's exactly what happened. We had 2 or 3 that had a chance to get him to the ground. When you get a chance, you better get him down.
You know, the thing about them right now so far, if they had any passing game to complement their running game, they would be deadly. Penalty flag flies. Going to be a legal procedure against Chelsea with 8:21 to go here in the first half. 21-7. Wildcats lead it. That is your all-clear plumbing and air score. Got 3 S&S Discount Tire touchdowns here tonight for the Wildcats. Kingston Preer been on fire throwing the football. John Har's been running the football hard as well.
I don't know why, but they brought it back 5 yards on them, Brett.
Yeah, it was a legal procedure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a legal procedure on Chelsea.
I thought it was John. I thought it was us.
Yeah, they moved early, and there's a Scooters Coffee timeout on the field. We'll just keep it here with 8:21 to go. But, again, outside of that first drive, Wildcat defense kind of settled in and played better now. Chelsea has it inside Wildcat territory. Again, when you go back and look at the scores the last 4 or 5 weeks, Wildcat defense has continued to get better and better and really shutting teams down.
Well, the defensive line has improved so much. You know, it was difficult losing Caleb Spivey before the season, so we were all a little bit worried. We would love to have you back, Caleb, by the way.
No question.
He's having a great year at Carver, so proud for him. I think he's picked up every offer around the country, and we knew he would. But what it's done, you know, it's next man up, and I don't know that we would have seen Charzell improve as much as he had if he doesn't get that opportunity. But right now, I mean, Charzell is a sophomore over there. He's a bigger, stronger version of Caleb at that time.
He really is.
You know, Charzell is he is an odd bird in high school football. He's athletic enough to be able to play defensive tackle, and he's long and able to run well enough to move out to defensive ends. You don't get many of those at all, Brett.
No, not very many whatsoever. 1st and 15 now. Strunk sends the back out of the backfield. There's some movement up front. They didn't call it, though. Going to fire a pass. It's low. Picked it up right before it hit the turf inside the 30 down to the 25-yard line. Good grab there before it hit the turf. That's Simpson, Randy.
Hey, I'm hoping he has a big game. I hope we.
That was a good catch, man. He had to go down low and get that.
Great catch. Look, if we play a family member of mine, I'm cheering for him in the middle of the broadcast.
Of
Just
course.
hang in there with me on it. But goes down to the ground. Coach Coleman and I talked to him before the game. Just a wonderful-looking athlete, probably 6'2", 6'3".
Right.
But a big gain right there and gets it to a manageable, second down, maybe 3.
Yeah, going to send a man in motion left to right. Going to change. Look at the sideline. Strunk going to change the play. 7 seconds on the play clock. Now down to 4. Takes the snap with 3. Going to hand it off to the tailback, off left tackle. Then, man, what a hit. Right there at the 20-yard line. Boy, he just absolutely peeled the paint off of Barnes' headgear. Yeah, it was Charles.
He's so good.
And Charles just, he's one of those players when you don't have to look at the numbers. You know, with the violent nature of the hit, that who it is. 3rd down and 1. Picked up a couple there. Going to be in a wolf package look here for Chelsea. 2 up backs, 1 back behind him. Going to hand off to Barnes. Man, he's met right there in the backfield. Christian Smith. Christian Smith coming up, read that play perfectly. No gain on the play. Brings up 4th down.
Great for Christian. You see him come out for a couple of plays, catch his wind, get back in there, hold that edge, and get back in the backfield.
He
and
lost
make a big stop. They will go for it here, Brett. Ball's down to the 22-yard line, close to the 21. We'll call it 4th down, maybe 2. Have rolled under 7 minutes to go here in the first half of the Wildcats leading 21-7.
Strunk with Barnes beside him to the left, send a man in motion right to left. Yeah.
Trying to get us to jump.
Going to take the snap, going to hand it to Barnes. Barnes, no, going to pull it over here, left side. Quarterback kept it. And runs out. Strunk going to pick up the first down over here on the near side.
And I like that design, Brett. You know, they bring a receiver in, put him right under center. Very odd design. Then show the give out to Barnes, out to the right, and pull by the quarterback. Just a lot of eye candy going on. You've got to be very disciplined not to jump one way or the other. Coach Coleman, you need to put that one in, Coach. That one's a good one right there, buddy. You think we could run it that perfectly?
I'll try that.
Okay. Great job there by Chelsea picking up that first down. Wildcats are being stingy, though, as the ball moves inside the 20.
First down and 10. Strunk takes the snap, going to hand it off up the middle, and, boy, he is wrestled to the turf by 3 Wildcat defenders right there in the heart of that defense.
Vontae Traylor.
Big Vontae Traylor.
Your big nose tackle. I think he was the first one in, along with Pucci on that stop. Defensive line.
305 pounds of him right there in the middle. Picked up a yard, 6:05 to go. Wildcats lead it 21-7. That's your all-clear plumbing and air score. Coming up at halftime, it'll be the Bice Motors halftime show. 60 years of community service. Nobody beats the Bice team. 2 backs beside Strunk, 1 on either side. Sends a man in motion out of the backfield, going to swing it out to him. He's got a lot of space over there. 15-10, lowers his headgear. Ball's loose. Ball popped out. And I think they fell on it inside the 10. So had a chance right there to turnover.
Man, nice open field tackle by us, not giving up that sideline, taking on a block.
Was that Bryce Carter over there that made that?
Bryce is not in tonight.
I thought they just called his name too. So
I haven't seen Bryce out.
Okay. They just said it over the PA, so and it was on the far side. I couldn't see it.
Okay.
So 21-7, 3rd down and 2. A lot of cowbells here for the Wildcats if you can't hear it. Under 5 minutes, they're going to burn a timeout. We'll take a Scooter's Coffee timeout with them, 21-7, 4:54 to go here. And we'll go ahead and go to break. Stay tuned, more of the Wildcat Football Network right after this. South Credit Union. 21-7, Wildcats lead the Hornets here. Wildcats clinched the region last week with a win over Pelham. So, again, though, you want to finish undefeated in the region. This is the final region game. Then you go back home next Thursday for Percy Julian. So,
well, you want to be playing your best ball as you head into the playoffs.
Absolutely.
I mean, this team has got state championship intentions as we move through, and you don't want to start stepping back and not playing as well as you were at one point in time. So big plays right here. It's a good offensive unit by Chelsea, I'll tell you that.
3rd down and 2 inside the 10. Handoff up the middle. Going to get a first down to the 5. So it'll be 1st and goal. Chelsea just stays patient with this run game. And a lot of variations in how they call the plays, and I think he gets up a little lame right there, Barnes.
He's a good player.
Yeah, Barnes comes up a little gimpy there. He's bending over to try to stretch it out. I don't know if he took a shot to the thigh. He's going to have to come out. Yeah, he is. He's got a leg issue, and, boy, that'd be a blow for them if he can't go.
He runs so hard.
I mean, he runs right in there hard. Somebody hits you right in that thigh.
Yeah, man.
With a headgear, especially tonight. It's a little cold.
Yeah.
A handoff on the right side. Wildcats smother him inside the 5. Going to get down to the 4. So
and Malone not playing tonight. So, you know, when you see Barnes go out and you don't have 1A and 1B there, you just got one of the two, then that is a big loss. We'll continue to check and see if he comes back into the football game. But they run a lot of clock here too, Brett. Have rolled under 4 minutes to go here in the first half. 21-7 Wildcats lead, but a great drive by Chelsea.
In the quick strike opportunities for the Wildcats, they want to do this. They want to limit possession. 2nd down and goal at the 4. Going to hand off right side. Did he get in this time? Nope. Going to get down to the 2. So 3rd and goal coming up. Again, they get good surge up front. You know, they're getting into the defense pretty good. The Wildcats able to make a tackle there.
Third, that's a big right tackle over there.
It's huge. 3rd down and goal at the 2. Strunk in the shotgun. Man in motion right to left. Going to settle down, going to do that same play, going to snap it to him and try to push forward. Did they get into the end zone? I don't know that he did. I don't think they're going to give it to him.
Yeah.
Yep, they did. So 21-13 now. As they push the pile forward, he had to come all the way in and take a look. Picklesheimer gets in.
That's a different look right there. A little tush push almost from behind.
Yeah. They showed that on the previous.
Yeah, they did.
When they ran the quarterback around the left side.
Yep.
And then they ran it this time, and this time they snapped it to him and they pushed it
almost
forward.
like an H-back.
Yeah, well, he lines up and he comes up under center and actually takes the snap. So 21-13 now. Extra point coming up for Chelsea. 2:59 to go here in the first half. Wildcats, though, had no problem striking back. Extra point is on the way, and it's good, and it's 21-14. That is your new all-clear plumbing and air score.
Guys, I have to give Sophie credit because before the game started, she was talking about Chelsea's offense and how well they run the ball. And, you know, that's why I asked Coach Hale how they were going to stop their run game. And so I just had to give Sophie some credit down here.
Hey, by the way, Sophie doing some research in the car on the way up here. She was doing all her numbers and knew, I'm telling you, we
Sophie, Brett needs the help. So let him know what the stats are.
Right.
He'll feed off of it.
I take all the help I can get.
I try to do that for him as much as I can. I actually tried to stop him before the game, but he was dealing with some technical difficulties.
Well, let me just tell you, you would think with the same thing that you come to the same place and the same chords and the same connection.
It never works that way.
It don't work that way, man.
No.
I'm glad airplanes and space shuttles and stuff don't work like that.
I'm just glad.
Because
I'm glad it's not you having to set it up anymore. Oh, back in the day when you had to do that.
Yeah, I don't know how I did it. I'll be honest with you. Just to be honest, I just maybe why I look the way I look. 21-14, 2:59 to go here in the first half. Chelsea's cut it to a touchdown, 21-14. Going to kick it down inside the 5. Going to be returned down these near hash mark. They're going to kick it in an extra gear, and he's going to be hit up here around the 25, 6-yard line. It's going to be a personal foul. He's got a bounds, and flag comes flying in on the kickoff return. And Chelsea with a late hit, apparently. We'll check that down there. And
headgear, I think.
Yeah, maybe targeting.
Yeah, dead ball.
Yep.
15 yards there, so we'll take that. Really good field position.
Yes.
2:49 to go here in the first half. Leading by 7, 21-14. Have had big play potential in this passing game all night. 2 massive plays to B.J. Bedgood down the field and another 40-yarder to Cedarian Morgan. So, Brett, Kingston's been
spot on. What is his stats, Coach, to this point?
Well, we only have run 14 plays, and he has 1 incompletion. Right? No, 2.
2. I was going to say, I know he's got a couple.
Yeah, 2,
so.
yeah.
Man, just been so efficient. First down and 10, ball up to the 40 now. Here comes a blitz off the end, going to hand it off left side, and that's Cedarian taking the handoff. Boy, It's like, hey, anybody want to play running back? Just sign up, and we'll stick you back there. Sedarian off the left side, that's got to be scary.
Well, I like that. You know, it's not necessarily a Wildcat formation, but we saw Sedarian with the football in Wildcat a lot last year. And do that here, and as the season moves on, you may need some downhill running from him, Brett.
Yep, and I'll come to you, Faith, after this play. Shotgun snap, going to hand off. This time, cut back, penalty flag, inside Chelsea territory down to 43. This one's probably going to come back. But, Faith, what you got down there for us?
Just a quick update on Lajavius Calhoun. He walked off the field but took his helmet off. He's putting it back on, actually, right now as we speak. I think he was just a little banged up, maybe got hit the wrong way, but he should be fine and we'll go back out.
Okay, well, that's good to hear. Boy, what about the Spain Park game where he took that hit? Thought he was going to have to come out of the game, then ends up catching a touchdown pass before halftime. Talking about a gritty kid and a kid that's transformed so much this season. So that is a holding call. There's your Birmingham hold. Is this technically Birmingham, Randy? It's on the outskirts.
I've never left Chelsea feeling as bad as I have Homewood. So.
Well, it wasn't, nothing will feel as bad as that.
Homewood.
Second down and 16 now. Ball back to the 35. Kingston takes a snap, steps up in the pocket, going to take it and throw it deep. Passes caught at the 25. A jump ball down at the 25. And I'm telling you, B.J. Bedgood is on a heater tonight. You talk about chemistry. That is three massive passes for Kingston Pre-year down. And then, again, he had to step up. He had a little pressure on him, and Randy, he kind of short-armed that one a little bit because he couldn't step fully into it.
Yeah, he had to throw that one off his back foot. And, look, a 50-50 ball to BJ is not a 50-50 ball. You got to give him a chance to make a play on it, and he does there.
All the way down to the 24, 1st and 10. High pass over here to Sedarian, a bullet there, incomplete, brings up 2nd and 10. But another big-time throw and catch there for Kingston.
Caught that one here on the sideline.
Do what now?
I almost caught that one over here on the sideline.
Oh, you almost caught it.
It was right to me.
Well, we're disappointed that you didn't. So
Thanks.
Maybe you can talk Kirk to sign you up to play a little football. Everybody else is getting a turn at running back, Randy. Maybe Faith can get in there and play a little wide receiver. But
they would never know.
Minute 30 left here in this first half, Brett. Leading by 7.
Yes.
Have moved this football down right outside of the red zone at the 24-yard line. Plenty of time left. I can remember us using one timeout. Is that all?
I think that's it. Here's a quick snap. Sedarian falls down at the 15. Like, caught it in stride, and the sniper got him down there around the 15-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 1. It's going to be just short of a first down. So Turf Monster grabbed him.
Good grab, though.
Yes.
Maybe a little bit low. Had to go down and would like to have kept his footing, but they are giving him so much room. I mean, they're 8-10 yards off of him.
Remember, if you cash this in, you get the ball to start the second half. Hand off to Jai up the middle. First down, 10-yard line. Trying to rip it out of there, holding on to it. Going to get down to the 9. It'll be 1st and goal for the Wildcats with 54 seconds to go here in the first half. They were trying to rip that ball out, and he was holding on to it. So 1st and goal at the 9 for the Wildcats.
Y'all were just talking about the turf. I think the turf over here is definitely affecting a few of these guys with their footing.
Maybe a little bit of humidity. He's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit slick down there. So could definitely cause some footing problems. Seen some guys slip. Going to hand it off to Pierre. North and south, 5. Going to get inside the 5 down to about the 3-yard line. So a pickup of about 6 yards there. And I think they're going to call a timeout. And Kurt's going to get a few jumping jacks in out there on the field trying to get some attention.
Good downhill running. First off, that was a tremendous block by Zai on this left side. He comes in motion, kind of knocks that defensive end, outside backer out of the position to make a play, and a really good read by Pierre to cut this football back up inside in between the tackle and that 5-hole. And impressed with Pierre. Looked like he shot out of a cannon right there and takes this ball down to the 4, though, Brett.
Hey, May found a jewel in something here in the latter part of this season, adding him to that tailback room and his big physical nature.
Well, I think he's got a different burst.
I agree with that.
He's got really good speed, and if you can get him in open space, I think he can make some big plays for us, and like what we're doing with a running back. I know Josh has been gimpy a lot this year. He's fought through some ankle injuries, runs the football so hard. Every time he touches it, man, he's trying to run through the whole team.
He is.
It'd be great for him to maybe sit a couple of weeks, though, and let him see if he really can get back healthy before this playoff run.
Well, it'll be 2nd and goal. They say he went down at the 4. So 2nd goal at the 4, and I think Chelsea's going to burn a timeout. We'll take a quick 30-second Scooters Coffee timeout. Wildcats lead at 21-14 with 25 seconds here in the first half. You're listening to the Wildcat Football Network. Their 2nd and goal at the 4. Faith made a call there, Randy. This turf down here, it's a quick surface, obviously artificial, but when you get cool nights like that, that moisture kind of gets there, and we've had some cutbacks and some guys kind of lose their footing. So kind of watch that moving forward. But here, to try to get in the end zone, snap. Going to hand it off to Jai. Dancing around, going to be brought down maybe at the 3. So Wildcats going to have to quickly spend another timeout there. I think that will be it. That'll be the final timeout for the Wildcats.
Look, I like the play call. I mean, they have not stopped us for less than 3 or 4 yards on that one all night. Step up there and do, but got one more chance right here. Got 20 seconds left. We'll see what we decide to do, whether we try to keep the ball, and I know we'll put the ball in the air right here, but do you do it twice if you don't complete this first, or do you try to kick the field goal, Brett?
Probably go ahead and try to score a touchdown here with 20 seconds. You get the ball to start second half. Hey, for all you baseball fans out there, after 2 innings, the Dodgers lead the Blue Jays 1-0. So that game is in Toronto. Toronto with some unbelievable bats. And, of course, the Dodgers with just a ridiculous roster. So they've purchased themselves a World Series. 21-14. See if the Blue Jays can make that thing somewhat competitive.
You don't like the Dodgers?
Not at all. Nothing about L.A. whatsoever.
I could tell by your
Well, I mean, they just went ahead and bought a team. I mean, they just bought the best players.
All right, so we're going to bring heavy package in here with Elijah back there at quarterback, Brett.
3rd and goal. Going to be a pass into the corner. That's interference. He caught it anyway. Touchdown.
Yeah.
That's B.J. Bedgood again. He is having one heck of a night. Hey, look, he was getting interfered with. I mean, that guy was pulling on his jersey, trying to pull him down, and I'm telling you what, B.J. Bedgood, we've seen some stellar games from that guy, but this one's on another level tonight, and good throw that time in the corner.
You can't throw better. He throws that fade pattern as well as anybody. And, you know, when you've got that heavy package in there, Brett, you're expecting the football just to go straight ahead. Elijah's got 9 rushing touchdowns on the season. This kicks up.
Well, this extra points look so much better tonight.
But my point is, if you look and see, you know that he wants to run the football there, and but we know how well he throws that fade.
And now you show that for everybody to watch, and you go, hey, we got to defend that.
And you wonder why he throws that fade pattern so well. I mean, he's grown up with Sedarian his whole life. And no matter if they were 8 or now 18, if you're stupid enough not to throw the football up and let him go make a play, you're just stupid.
Yeah,
you really are.
It's straight out of Forrest Gump. Stupid is as stupid does. Faith, again, you look at Elijah. Elijah just, they call him the Swiss Army knife. He can do it all.
There's no question about it. You know, we've been saying this since game 3, it feels like, that he's just not stepping his foot off the gas. And, I mean, I'm excited to keep watching him.
Man, he's just fun to watch. I mean, guy does everything. I mean, he goes to the concession stand, makes some popcorn, fixes some hot dogs for people, then comes back out there and picks off the pass, and then he kicks he just does it all. He just does everything, man. You know, just a great kid,
well,
too, man.
He's a three-sport athlete. He's one of the few that we have that is willing to hang in there in all three. And I think it helps him when you become a Swiss Army knife like that and you play all of these sports. You know, your coordination just gets better the more of them you play, I think.
Here's a squibber down to the 15, going to be scooped up. That's River Hill again. Up to the 25. Do a lot better job of covering that one. 3 seconds on the clock. They just need to let those kind of creep on off. But they're going to make Chelsea take a snap. Hey, Faith, I got to ask you, it's a little cool out there tonight. You told me it was going to be cool, and I see the cold dance by some of y'all down there.
It's freezing. Sophie and I need to get a parka.
A parka, okay. We'll make sure we order one.
Sophie said parka pants. I was thinking some ski pants.
Just a full ski gear.
Anything. At this point, I need a heated blanket, heated jacket.
All the above.
We're going to be coming out here prepared next time.
Yeah, there you go. Well, we're getting into the cooler time. So, all right, guys, that's the end of the first quarter. They take a knee. Wildcats have a 28-14 lead as we head to the locker room. Coming up, it is the Bice Motors halftime show. You're listening to the Wildcat Football Network. It's halftime show. Wildcats lead at 28-14 here. And dynamic passing night for Kingston Pre-Year. B.J. Bedgood on the receiving end. Of course, Elijah doing what Elijah does every week, and just whatever he's asked. He just goes out there and makes play after play. But, again, we'll talk about some stats here in just a minute. I want to welcome up here to the booth with us here at halftime Superintendent Dr. Jose Reyes. And, as always, good to see you. We call each other Coach.
Yep.
Good to see you, Coach.
Good to see you, Coach. Glad to be here. It's a great night for football. The first real cold weather night we've had, and I've heard all of our fans and even the players talking about it.
Well, they're catching some people off guard.
Yeah.
There's some people dancing around down there trying to get a little little warmth going on.
Yeah.
So I was talking to we were just talking to Faith and Sophie on the sideline, and they're like, "Look, we're wearing parkas next week."
That's right.
So,
yeah.
But hey, in Alabama next week could be 90.
It could be.
You
90.
know, in the end of October, you just don't know. But has cooled off, and again, this is what this is getting into playoff time. And you know, the Wildcats playing well, up 28-14. Hey, credit Chelsea. You know, they're out of the mix, and you know, still fighting and playing hard. And so, hey, look. Not rolling over, not just letting the Wildcats come up here and go through the motion. So and we need that. We need to continue to execute and get better. And you know, Coach Johnson told me that in the locker room before the game. He's like, this is the kind of game to see what you're made of because you just clinched the region.
Sure.
Now you come up here. Are you going to let that affect how you play, your effort, and you know, so far they passed the test here in the first half.
They have, and really what we're doing tonight, Brett, like you said, is we're competing against ourselves. I mean, obviously Chelsea's out there, but when I say competing against ourselves, can we execute on both sides of the football and in special teams the way we want to go into the playoffs? So, you know, that last drive, that was really a crucial drive. That's how we've talked about that all year. When you have the opportunity to put another nail in the coffin, that's a big touchdown there at the end of the first half. We come out and get the football at the beginning of the first half, and we can get another score on the board. That'll put some distance, and we can maybe relax just a little bit.
Sure, and then get some other guys in. Again, you know, it's a roster management situation at this point, too, when you're coming down the stretch. You know, you got the hay in the barn.
Yep.
How long do you stay with some guys? You know, you don't want somebody to go out, you know, not saying it's meaningless, but don't want to go out in late in the game that really doesn't matter at this point. So, you know, that's trust your coaches to make the right decision and everything like that. All right, Coach, let's talk about a lot of exciting things going on in our school system right now, namely coming to the end of the construction of the new Benjamin Russell High School. You and I did a walkthrough last week with Scout and Doster and Lathan, and they're going through everything with a fine-tooth comb to make sure everything is perfect when they hand the keys over to this building. And, you know, they put the turf into the courtyard area this week, and you sent those pictures over. It is people don't realize, and you and I talked about this, about the open house and the different things when everything's finished up, that this community, when they're able to walk into that school and see what we've been seeing as it is truly awe-inspiring. I'm being serious.
Well, and they're going to see state-of-the-art facilities. And, you know, we talk a lot about the things that we've done on our side, but, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the community for the support that we've given, because that's tax dollars that's created by the people of Alexander City. So it's not just, you know, it's our school, and we talk about the school system. It's everybody's school. And when they see that, they're going to be so very proud. And I'm going to tell you, when people see that, they are going to want, if you're not already here, you're going to want to come here. When you see our Fine Arts Center, our gymnasium, which I call an arena, when you see our band practice field, our outdoor practice field, our track, you're not going to find a better facility in the central part of Alabama, much less the entire state, to go along with the things we already have with the Charles E. Bailey Sportsplex and one of the top football fields in Alabama. So, again, we're very proud of it. We're looking maybe in the next 3 months or so to be able to close that out. That last 5% is always the toughest. But we're going to get there, but we're going to make sure that we've got everything done perfectly before we let them hand the keys to us.
I know we talked about that at the board meeting this week, and, you know, you're not going to sign off on anything that's not done the correct way. And you're so anxious at this point to get everything in and get the students moved over, but you also want it done and finished correctly. And so people need to understand, you know, there's been a lot of different timetables kicked around of when, we may move and make the move. And I know the utopia scenario would be to get the keys in December and be able to do some transitioning during the break and then maybe come back in January. I'm not sure that's going to be able to be done at this point because of some things that we need to have done the right way. And, hey, look, why don't you hire scout program management? We talk about those guys and Sloan and Charles and Jay and then just the whole group just do a tremendous job. And that's what you pay them for. They go in there and they hold people accountable and say, look, that block work's unacceptable. This floor is unacceptable. And so maybe a little bit of impatience on people because you're ready to get in, but you got to let them do their job and get it done right.
You do. And what I look forward to, Brett, is once that process comes to a conclusion, I look forward to having the open houses where we, again, can get the people of Alexander City in that building. And we know this, sometime during the second semester, we are going to be in that building. We're working through right now with my staff the transition not only from the old high school to the new high school, but we're already looking to the transition from Stevens and Radney to the new Stevens and the new Radney Junior High School. So we're looking forward to that. And again, we're going to benefit not only grades 9 through 12, but we're going to benefit all the way down. And I look forward to the future for the Alexander City school system, Benjamin Russell High School. I've said this several times to people. The train is rolling, and if you want to be a part of Benjamin Russell High School and the Alexander City school system, now's the time to do that because you're going to want to be a part of what we're selling.
There's no question about it. And, look, you don't get but one opportunity a lot of times in a lifetime to do what's going on right now. And the next time a school like that's built in Alexander City, you and I and everybody else right here is going to be going on to a better place, hopefully. But the thing is that we have a great opportunity in front of us.
We do.
A lot of people had a vision. A lot of things have to happen. A lot of pieces have to come together. And at the end of the day, everybody may get in a room and fight some things out. But at the end, but when all was said and done, everybody said, look, we want to do the best for our community.
Absolutely.
And we knew the time was now to build a new high school. It was needed. And then that gives us an opportunity to, like you said, upgrade everything else. You go down the line, and now your middle school gets more space. Your intermediate school gets more space. Everything becomes better when you do something like this.
It does. And, again, as we get here to the conclusion almost of halftime, I remember, Brett, I go back and watch a lot of the videos when I was a high school principal, and I'll never forget we were down in Davidson and won that game. I believe we won it 10-7.
Oh, yeah, I'll never forget it.
And you were interviewing me, and we were talking, and I've always said this, Alexander City, we don't lay down for anybody.
No.
And I said that night, and that's the thing about this community. We just like any family, we have problems from time to time, but we don't lay down for anybody. And if you push us around, you come to Alex City, you push one of us, and you pushed all of us. And that's what's so great about Alexander City and being a Wildcat, that it just means something to these people. It means something to us here in this booth. And, again, I'm just so excited for the things that are going to come for the future of our school system.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, and that was a magical night. We weren't given any chance at all to go down there and beat a really good Davidson team in the first round. We came in. Hey, look, but you know what? You diagnosed, I think Braxton Betts was a quarterback. And I think Ryan had a tremendous night at linebacker.
Ryan Jones, Blake Dean, Blake Buckner, they ran the ball.
That was a true team effort. We scored early in that game, and then it was like, boy, it was ugly.
They adjusted, and we played.
Well, and they had a big time.
Remember Alex Roth?
Tackle that went to Alabama, I think, that ended up being a really, really good player.
Alex Roth hit that field goal to put us up 10-7.
That's right.
I was standing right under the goalpost. As soon as he kicked it, I watched the video. I got my hands up because I knew it was good. I just walked off. I said, "We got that."
That's good stuff. Hey, look, that's what it's all about. You remember these things. You were talking to me on the field. I think you can call the Eufaula game better than I can. So you've even used it in some of your convocations and we've been in meetings, and I defer to you. I think I see you do a better job than I do and remember those plays, but you do. You remember. I can remember plays 20 years ago in certain games that stand out, and that, again, if it didn't mean anything to you, you wouldn't remember that stuff. So.
Well, I just, I didn't graduate from Benjamin Russell, but I've told you this.
Yeah, you're an honorary Wildcat.
I told you this, that I don't know if there's anybody that didn't graduate from here that loves it as much as I do.
I'm not sure that you didn't. I think you snuck in somewhere. I think you were hanging out and you just came.
I don't know, man. You got to top me now.
Well, how about we're tied?
I mean, both of y'all are transplants, but nobody would know that either one of you didn't grow up here and weren't part of this community. And again, it's contagious.
It is.
You get here and man, you buy in, and it's like okay.
And see, people that are out there listening, and folks that may not necessarily live in Alexander City. That's what happens when you come here. You pour your heart in this place, and the people will love you.
That's
right.
They
will bring you in, and you're one of them, man. And you're not just now, but I'm talking about forever.
No, I agree.
And that's just how it is. So again, can't say enough about our people and what they mean to me and what they mean to my family, and how being a part of the Wildcat family has changed my life.
Well, that's special, and again, appreciate all that you do and the vision that you have, and not being content to be where we are. You know, we're in a great position, but always looking for ways to get better and everything.
Day.
So it's just a great place to be. So, Coach, thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate
Dr.
it,
Dr. Jose Reyes, superintendent here, Alexander City Schools. We appreciate him so very much for what he does for our school system. We're going to take a break here on the Bice Motors halftime show. We'll take about a 3-minute timeout. Come back. We'll get you set for the second half. You're listening to the Wildcat Football Network. Wildcats lead at 28-14. Happy birthday, Randy, by the way. You know, where else would you want to spend it other than
I
right
wouldn't
here?
want to spend it anywhere. I mean,
or with anybody else other than me and Wes.
You know, Brett,
right?
I've gotten a lot of grief from you over the last few years, but I've got to be honest with everybody out there. I'm creeping up on 50.
Yeah. You don't have to bring all that up.
Well, but I want to bring it up to you because I need you to stop getting upset with me when I talk about how old we are. But 40 didn't bother me.
But this is starting to creep up and bother you a little
50,
bit.
There's a part of me on 50 where it goes, and I told Coach Coleman, I said, I plan to go to 100. And if you go to 100 and you make it to that 50 number, you're
halfway there,
at least halfway there.
That's
so
right.
Mentally, that one's getting to me.
If we continue to do the things that we do, you're gonna fall well short of the 100. I'm just gonna tell you. But if we're gonna change some things, so we're gonna try to pick. Yeah, but I'm trying to pick some.
Look, I didn't fight in any wars, and I didn't live through any depressions, and my granddad lived to 94. So I think I can get there, but I'm not making it any easier on myself and my stress level daily.
No, it's not. But hey,
but thank you for the happy birthday. And 30 years ago was out there on that field. I told Coach Coleman that also. Man, I tell you, get further and further away from it. And I can't believe I was 18 years old 30 years ago with this Wildcat program. But 21 years here with you, and Coach Coleman's been here with us most of that time, and we are excited to have us a great football team this year. I'll tell you that. And really good half offensively. Coach, I didn't hear the stat.
Well, he's about to do it now.
Yeah. So Kingston was 8 out of 13, just over 200 yards with 2 TDs. And
is that the best he can do?
Yeah. Well, it's not. Yeah, he's playing really, really good.
Absolutely.
BJ had 5 catches for 140 with 2 TDs, and Morgan had 4 catches for 65 yards.
Hey, you know, very efficient offensively, limited possessions, limited plays, but cashing that in right there before half to go up 28-14. Now you get the football to start second half, and you can get a little distance here on this gritty group over here. Look, Chelsea got a good football team. They're going to miss. They are going to miss the playoffs, I believe. They're going to miss by, I think, 1 game, but with a tiebreaker. And I think that's a little bit tough. But, you know, hey, look, Helena, Pelham, us and Spain Park are going to be the 4 to make it out of here. But just a couple pieces missing for Chelsea over there. You know, just not as good in the passing game to complement a really good running attack. And they got a solid defense, but maybe not quite to the point where they can, you know, prevent some big plays. So, they're not getting any pressure up front. But, hey, look, a well-coached team. And this is what we needed tonight. Hey, a team that not going to have playoff aspirations, but not giving up, not just saying, hey, y'all just take it. They're making Benjamin Russell earn everything they're having to get tonight.
Well, 5-3 mark on the season. And, look, Chelsea really happy to drop back down from 7A to 6A in this classification cycle.
No doubt. Man, I don't know how they did it. It was 2 years of just unbelievable just destruction.
Well,
it was just, I hate to be that way, but, man, they tell you the same thing. I mean.
Right. Well, when that baseball program is not winning 90% of their games because they're up in 7A, you know how big of a difference it is.
Oh, sure.
Because, you know, there's just certain sports in each one of these schools where you go, I don't care what classification we're in, we're going to be good. And baseball is that way for Chelsea. And, you know, I'm proud for Michael Stallings for what he's built here. They just missed out on a state championship this past year.
Hey, we were pulling for them too, man.
I couldn't. I'm sorry if you're a Hartselle fan, but we were cheering for the Stallings in that state championship
he's a friend of ours, and he's come up here and really done an unbelievable job as athletic director and baseball coach here as Chelsea kicks off. Karen Chanel, State Farm Insurance, second half kickoff fielded on the run at the 20. Going to bring it all the way across the field, 25-30. 35 found a hole, 40. Midfield still running, going to be ripped out of bounds. BJ Bedgood, and their penalty flag, they grabbed his face mask. So that's going to be a 15-yard tackle on there for BJ Bedgood, and just fielded that ball on the run and took it across midfield and going to add 15 more to it there. Man, just a dynamic player.
Well, just adding on to great all-purpose yardage numbers coming into this football game. As we mentioned at half, 5 catches for 140 and 2 touchdowns, but also had a really good kickoff return there in the first half. So, BJ over 200 yards.
Yeah.
They're going to call this on us, I guess, on the sideline.
Where was the flag? I mean, you talking about the personal foul down there?
Yeah.
I mean, are you kidding? That's terrible. I mean, clear as a bell, he grabbed his face mask.
I'll say this, our coaches aren't arguing right now.
Okay, well, I mean, maybe he grabbed it first and they saw it and threw the flag or whatever, but it was way after out of bounds. So, hey, look, if we did it, we did it, and you suffer the consequences. And now back to our 40. Going to spin out of it, dump it to Sedarian. Man, they tackle him from behind. That's a good athletic play there, because if he gets past that guy, Randy, he's down the far sideline.
Yeah, good read by their linebacker right there to come back and read that one. We've ran that play a few times, and I'm sure that's one that they've worked on. But a great tackle. I think that's Hardy making that stop for Chelsea there.
Yeah, he's a good player. Second down and 8, 2 yards there on the reception. Kingston. And change the snap count here. Going to split 2 down into the bottom, Sedarian to the top. Takes the snap, going to hand it off over here. Jai going to found a seam. 45 up to midfield, and a first down. Compliments of C&T Electric. Going to move the chains there. Jai north and south, hard running there.
Has looked really good out there tonight. An extra burst of speed. Hampered, as we mentioned a little bit earlier, in a couple of weeks this season, but glad to have him back and hope the same's happening with Josh over here as he sits this one out, Brett. Need him back full speed before the playoffs.
Quick snap, going to hand it to Jai. Again, found a seam, 5 yards, 6 yards there for Jai. Just pounding ahead behind that big offensive line, Randy, getting some push up front, going to give him 6, 2nd and 4.
Yeah, great push off the right over there for the Wildcats. You see Zai coming out. DJ going back into the ball game, going into more of that ace package, Coach Coleman, and we're really versatile. And Zai brings so much to this football team at that H-back post, the way that he blocks.
Spread them out, 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom, ball in the middle of the field. Kingston takes a snap on 2nd down and 4. Looks to his left under pressure. This time, they're going to rip him down back here around the 45. Kingston couldn't get away. I believe it was number 33 there on the tackle. And Porter shot, Randy.
Yeah, Porter shot. Their middle linebacker is a senior, 6'1", 215, making a really good play. Really the first time that we've seen pressure back on Kingston. And get that loss, about a 10-yard loss there on the play. He's going to set up 3rd and 15. Wildcats did take the kickoff here in the second half. This is the first possession. 9:26 and counting to go. Wildcats lead 28-14.
Ball back at the 45, moving right to left here in the second half. Kingston takes the snap, going to set up a screen over here to Sedarian. Got a few blockers. Midfield, 45, going to make it pretty close to the first down. Going to be run out of bounds. Going to be short by, they just wiped the chains completely out over here. This thing may be broke. May not be able to get this thing back into I mean, they're just going to leave it down on the ground, I think.
Good gain right there. Sets up a makeable 4th down in a good position on the field. We'll call it, maybe 4th and 3?
Yeah, I think so. If they finally get the chain up here, going to be closer to 4, it looks like. Well, now they're coming back. I don't know where they're going with it. So
yeah, about 4th and 3, Brett.
Yeah, I think so. I'll take your word for it. Snap directly, and that I don't know what happened there.
Well, we were looking to try to get them to jump offside. Unfortunately for us, our center snaps the football back. Just miscommunication there. Ball comes to Kingston. Heads up enough by Kingston just to try to run the football forward, pick up the first down, but does miss it by a couple of yards.
Yeah, that was all off whack. Nobody moved, and all you could do was run the ball forward, and so nowhere close to the first down. So a turnover on downs. That's a big play for Chelsea here to start the second half to get the Wildcats off the field. They'll start from their own 43. We show blitz up the middle and going to run it. Hayes back in the game, Randy.
Caleb Kendrick, really good stop right there. Does pick up 4 or 5 yards. We try to blitz into that A-gap, run it off to the left side as you see BJ running into that A-gap to the left on our left. So the opposite side, and does pick up positive yards of 4 there on first down. Call it 2nd and 6. Clock's rolling. 8:20 to go here in the third quarter.
Ethan Reed there on the carry for Chelsea. 2nd down and 6. Ball up here at the 48. Send a man in motion. River Hill. Handoff and going to be hit right there at the line of scrimmage. Going to be driven backwards. So like you said, Charzell Davis there on the stop. Brings up 3rd down. No gain on the play. It'll say 3rd down and 6 coming up for the Hornets.
Caleb also making a really good play right there. Good job of containing this outside, making him cut back inside, and Charzell's there to grab him. Once he grabs you, going down. You're not going anywhere at that point.
3rd and 6. 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Strunk in the shotgun, sends the back out of the backfield. Going to take it, throw it over the middle, right at the sticks. I think he's got a 1st down.
Yeah, really good route there by a big tight end for Chelsea.
Yeah, just sat down right there at the marker. And they are going to move the chains just enough there inside Wildcat territory down to the 46-yard line.
That's a good route.
Yeah, it was a great route. Knew where the chains were, sat down. Strunk delivered a really good ball.
Yep.
And new set of downs for the Hornets here in the third quarter with 7:04 to go. Wildcats lead at 28-14. That's your all-clear plumbing and air score. Strunk will stay in the shotgun. Man in motion right to left. They have 3 over there to that side. Takes the snap, going to dump off a screen. He ran into his own lineman. And it was a great play by the Wildcats coming up on defense there.
Josiah Hardnett.
Yes.
Who's gotten a lot of snaps the last few weeks with some injuries in the secondary for the Wildcats. And Hardnett, really good size out there. Wears number 11 for us, 6 foot, 180-pound junior. Playing physical, getting across that block and making the tackle. No gain there. 2nd and 10. Ball has moved down to Wildcat territory at the 46. Going to roll under 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter on this snap. Wildcats lead 28-14.
2 to the top. Strunk going to send a man in motion. Line up. Now another man in motion, going to hand it off around the left side. Wildcats. Charles reading it from behind. What a great play by Charles Chappelle at the middle linebacker post, finding that gap and making the tackle behind the line of scrimmage for a 3-yard loss.
He just makes up ground. Great speed right there. We've seen him even when he drops back in the secondary that he can do a little bit of all there on the defensive side, but had to hawk him down, Brett, and I like that play call there, and they had it blocked well, but a great job by our middle linebacker.
3rd down and 13. 5:26 to go here in the third. Strunk takes the snap, going to look over the middle of the field, looks to his right, now fires a pass open. 40-yard line, broke a tackle, 35, down to the 30. And so some frustration there in the secondary for the Wildcats, but another strike there for Strunk on 3rd down and 13. They moved the chains down to the Wildcat 30-yard line.
Yeah, they found something in the middle of the field, and a little dig route. Perfectly thrown football. Bryce is in the football game, by the way.
Okay.
Brett. He's back there and
good.
Playing safety. Don't know that I saw him in the first half.
Maybe not, yeah. But good to see him out there. Eating a lot of clock up here. 4:45 to go here in the third. It's been a quick third quarter. Strunk in the shotgun formation. Ball on the far hash, moving left to right. Going to send the back in motion. Line up at H-back over there. Strike over here. Pass is caught. Down there's going to be interference, too. Going to get pass interference, but he caught it down at the 25.
Look, you can't defend this one any better than Hardnett is, but it's right in the perfect spot for Chelsea to pick that one up, and that is a big tight end with a great frame. Using that big body to keep our defender off of him, trying to get that left arm across and knock it away.
Gonna wave it off?
wave that flag
Okay.
off.
Okay, whatever. But, hey, look, we were kind of draped over him, so
well, if it's anybody, it's us.
oh, yeah, of course, yeah. Ball down inside the 25 to the 24 there. 2nd down and 3 coming up. Two to the top, one down here to the bottom. Fake the handoff to TJ Spell. Going to go to the end zone, the quarter. Tipped away, incomplete. Whew. Man coverage down there.
Very well thrown football, bro.
Yeah, it was a very good. Faked it to TJ Spell in motion. And then Strunk, like you said, delivered a beautiful pass. We had to make a play on that one or it was going to be a touchdown. He dropped it right in there.
Yeah, trying to get these bigger receivers matched up on some smaller DBs for us. And this was a good fake on the speed sweep, and the ball's in a good spot, but great job by Baby J at the last second getting that hand up and knocking it away.
Trips to the top, one down to the bottom. Wildcats going to show a blitz here. Handoff up the middle, going to get him from behind. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. It's 4th down coming up, so the Wildcats read that one perfectly.
Beautiful job, Christian Smith. Our right defensive end coming across the way. He's going to get down on the field, make that play. They have an offensive lineman going down late.
Yeah, he tried to get up, and now he's on his back here at the 27-yard line. So we'll take a 30-second Scooters Coffee timeout. Wildcats lead at 28-14. You're listening to the Wildcat Football Network. Down there for Faith and Sophie. Hey, look, guys, y'all are toughening and get out, and that's what big-time players do in big-time situations, y'all.
We are 2 big-time players down here. Sophie and I, we might take
that's
the
what
cake for
that's
this
what
one.
people do that catch 6-pound bass early in the morning.
Oh my gosh!
So.
Don't shout me out on here.
Hey, that's a proud moment, right?
Yeah.
Right, guys?
Oh,
Nice.
man, that's a
Hey, hey, look, I'm just going to go ahead and say the Auburn and Alabama fishing teams were in action today, but the Auburn Blitz fishing team went down there and kicked some tail.
That don't shock me at
Went
all.
down there and
They're
kicked some tail.
going to wish I was still in school. They wanted me on that team.
4th down and 3 coming up here. Penalty flag, that's delay a game. They didn't get the snap off. That was a quick
timeout.
That was a quick, but the clock's running too.
No.
Yeah.
The clock is still running. Yeah. That's definitely what they call it. Hey, and guys, look. When they came back to snap the ball, the clock started running. About 15, 20 seconds went off the game clock. So that's a 5-yard delay a game.
Yeah.
And look, it's running again.
Yep.
Shotgun snap, under pressure, going to swing it out. Not going to get there. Way short of a first down. Wildcats get off the field there on 4th down. Great defensive stop. Hey, look, Chelsea ate up a bunch of clock. They come away empty here on that possession here in the 3rd quarter.
Just 2 great plays by Charles on that drive, Brett. We saw a big tackle for loss on a speed sweep that he read perfectly, and they try to match him up with a back right here, and he hawks him down on the sideline again. You get off the field. Now we need to find some offense. Only this one possession to start the first quarter, or the second half here. Wildcats lead 28-14. Be nice to cash one in and close this one out.
Shotgun formation. Going to play action fake. Going to look down here under pressure this time. This time he's going to go down. Just sat back there a little bit too long waiting for something to open up and
well, everything was deep down the field. Didn't have anything underneath. Needed to have the time that he had there in the first half. But tip your hat to Chelsea here in the second half. They've been able to dial up some pressure, Brett. They've got 2 sacks on us in the second half, and I don't remember them even touching Kingston in the first half.
No, only 3 people rushed first half.
Yeah,
now you're seeing
well,
like 4 or 5.
They're bringing some extra guys and creeping up, blitz. Handoff over here, nowhere to go, and bring up a quick third down here, under 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. So Wildcat offense there after that sack, and then now a loss there. Third down and 15 or 16 coming up for the Wildcats inside their own 20-yard line. Wildcats lead at 28-14. That is your all-clear Plumbing and Air score. Updating the World Series, guys. It is tied up 2 apiece now. So going to be a good World Series, I think. 2 to the top, 1 down to the bottom. Man in motion is BJ. Kingston takes the snap. Going to drop back, pump fake, going to dump it off underneath. Broke a tackle. Not going to break the next one. Then going to be gang tackled up here around the 21, 22-yard line. And Wildcats are going to be forced to punt, I think, for just the second time tonight. Carson Spears will 1 punt already. They'll bring Carson Spears on to punt one more time here as we go under a minute here in the third quarter. Brought to you by Heritage South Credit Union.
Just like the weather, it looks like this offense might have gotten a little cold after going in at halftime and coming out. Hopefully that means that they'll be warmed up for this fourth quarter coming up.
Yeah, it struggled a little bit here coming out of the gate. Good point, Faith. And then, of course, ramped up the defensive pressure. Carson takes a snap, punts this one. Is going to hit it to 45 and going to take a big-time roll. Look at there. Rolls all the way down inside the 35, down to the 33. So using that turf, that stuff's hard as a rock down there right now, boy. I'm going to tell you. Hey, you kick something down there and you get it going the right way, that thing's going to roll from here to the county line. So he gained about 20 yards on the bounce.
Yeah, he did.
As it rolled all the way down inside the 35. But, boy, you talking about that ball and then the turf and everything down there is just – man, like punting a rock. So Carson, though, with a good effort.
Yeah, smart.
And uses that turf to his advantage. 22 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Wildcats up 28-14. Strunk takes the snap. He's under pressure, going to try to run to the left, found some room, 40, 45, midfield, and then cut down. That's the best run of the night here tonight for the quarterback.
Yeah, it's not Scrunk in there right there. They just direct snap it back to number 14.
Yeah, that is
Hudson Picklesheimer.
Yeah, he scored one of the touchdowns down here.
Really good athlete, 6'3", 190, only a sophomore. You can see why you want the football in his hands a little more often. And then they bring the starting quarterback into the ball game, and they took this football down into Wildcat territory to the 45.
As he was running that ball, I was going to say, I hadn't seen Strunk with wheels like that. So first down and 10, and that will be it for the third quarter. We head to the fourth. Wildcats lead at 28-14. Scooters Coffee timeout on the field. We'll take a break with them. You're listening to the Wildcat Football Network.
On this side of the field the whole night.
Wildcats lead it here Chelsea with the ball moving right to left. Strunk hands off right side, and he is bottled up by a host of Wildcats. Just a gang tackle there at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down and 10.
Got to step up and play great defense, Brett. Just a little bit of out of sorts here in the second half on the offensive side of the ball. And
Right.
Chelsea had some good changes there during the halftime discussion to try to dial up some pressure and at least put some pressure in the face of Kingston, who had a great first half.
Logan Strunk in the shotgun, 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Man, out of the backfield. Strunk going to take off and run with it. And Charles going to put him down after about a 2-yard gain. Charles Chappelle, just a man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, buddy, that if you want to draw up what a middle linebacker looks like, that's it.
Well, he's played one of his best games for me tonight. I mean, he has been sideline to sideline, not nagged on with any injuries that I've seen,
Right.
knock on wood. You
Yeah.
know, if you play as physical as he does, you feel like at some point you're going to get a little
Right.
gimpy, but he's looked great out there all night.
Wildcats look like they're going to bring some added pressure here. I think they said, I don't know what they're pointing at, like something's going on.
Well, we saw motion.
False start.
Yeah.
motion.
But Charles pointed it out. Like he's like, I think the center moved the ball. I think the center actually moved the ball, and that's what he was pointing at. And that's going to cost him 5 yards. That's a good call. That guy's football IQ is off the charts, man.
I think he's really smart in
Yeah,
class.
no, he is. And he's all business.
Yeah.
3rd down and 13. Blitz. Set up a screen.
Oh,
Ball's
we got to
loose.
see if
Ball's
there's
over,
going to be
yeah.
a fumble
I
right
think it
there. I
is.
don't know that he ever brought it in.
No, they're going to give it to him.
Great,
Yes.
great defense. Read that little screen in the middle of the field. Got back, got a hand across after the reception, knock it down. They're going to discuss
say it's incomplete.
It's impossible to tell from where we
Yeah,
are.
I know.
Brett.
I think they're going to say it's incomplete. They had a guy coming in from the side waving his arms. But it looked like he he caught it and made a move upfield. But was he bobbling? It? Yeah, they gave it to him. They gave it to us. Hey, look, he caught the ball and turned upfield.
I know what he saw. I saw our D lineman sitting there.
Oh, boy, he got engulfed. I'm talking
he
about
didn't want anything of that.
engulfed. So,
Great field position at our own 49 to start up this possession.
yeah, here we are in the 4th quarter, 10-18. Wildcats lead at 28-14.
Sophie and I just got up to walk over, got out of our warm little spot.
And here they come right back towards y'all.
That's
So y'all
right.
can go over there and squat down again. 10-18, going to hand off up the middle, kicks it outside. John Norris going to pick up about 8 or 9 yards before he is pushed backwards. Going to give him about 8 yards there on 1st down.
Good seal on that left side, just being able to run off tackle, pick up 7 or 8 yards there on 1st down. We'll see Elijah come into the ball game. First time we've seen him. We've seen him throw a touchdown pass earlier, but the first time that we've seen him in there at running back, Brett.
Yep.
And, we'll see probably some carries to close this thing out from the senior Elijah Johnson.
2nd down and 2. 9:43 to go in the ball game. Quick game here tonight. Wildcats lead at 28-14. Looking to move to 8-1 on the season. Hand off to Elijah, left side over there, 40. Gonna be run out of bounds. He's got a 1st down, compliments of C&T Electric. Service you deserve, quality you expect. C&T Electric. Wildcats moving the chains here with 9:24 to go in the football game. Reminder coming up after the game, it is the Radney Funeral Home post-game show. We'll name the Dark Insurance player or players of the game and the Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor play of the game. I'll give you guys a few minutes to ponder that. Trips down here to the bottom. Ball inside the 40, going to hand it off again, 35, down to the 30-yard line. So good hard running, going to give him about 6, maybe 7 yards there on 1st down.
Just really good blocking on the right side of the front, Brett. Elijah gets 7 or 8 yards there on 1st down, really before he's touched. And, tip your hat so far. We've had a couple of drives here in the second half where we've given up pressure, but our offensive line's been outstanding all night.
Elijah going to come out of the ball game. Jai going to come back in at tailback. Kingston takes the snap. Going to throw it. Looks down the middle of the field. Going to take it, air it out. That's the Darian Morgan. Just gets completely shoved out of bounds or out of the back of the end zone. And they're going to throw a penalty flag, and well-deserved. I mean, he was behind the defender, and he just shoved him toward the back line of the end zone. So that'll be a 15-yard penalty and a first down. Compliments of C&T Electric with 8:41 to go here in the ball game. Wildcats up 2 scores, 28-14.
Yeah, had him beat over the top,
Oh,
so
yeah.
really no choice but to make that play right there, Brett. And good throw there by Kingston. Would have been a touchdown, I believe.
Oh,
had
yeah.
the matchup that he was looking for. The ball's down inside the 20 at the 15. Red zone again for the Wildcats. Need to cash it in. 8:41 to go here in the ball game, leading 28-14.
Ball down to 14. Shotgun snap, going to hand off. Made the first guy miss across the 15. They'll fight it down to about the 13. So good cut to make a guy miss in the backfield to pick up a couple of yards there and get him down to around the 12. Second down coming up. 8:20 to go here in the ball game. Wildcats lead at 28-14. Wildcats looking to put a final stamp on this one here as we roll under 8 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Brought to you by Heritage South Credit Union. Going to line up trips to the top. Shotgun formation for Kingston pre-year. John Norris beside him, going to take the snap, going to roll to his left. Thought about throwing it, now just going to tuck it and run. 10-yard line, going to run out of bounds at the 9. So third down coming up for the Wildcats. They can get a first down down there inside the 5-yard line. Call it third down and more like 3 yards here. I think the Wildcats going to burn a timeout here with 7:49 to go here. We'll take a 30-second Scooters Coffee timeout. You're listening to the Wildcat Football Network. Wildcats lead at 28-14.
Coach Johnson taking that timeout right there, Brett, just to try to get a little chirpy back there in the secondary for Chelsea and a couple of our receivers, and wanting to get it cleaned up. So appreciate that. And I think we've got our heavy package set to go in there with Elijah.
Yep, that's what you're going to see there. And Elijah going to come in and don't know what you're going to do when Elijah's in there. That's the thing. Run it, throw it, he can do all of it. Third down at the 4. Run it ahead. This time they just slam him back. They read that play perfectly. Somebody missed a block. There's a penalty flag after the play. So let's see who this is on. It's going to be a dead ball personal foul. If it's against Chelsea, that'll be an automatic first down for the Wildcats. Let's check and see. You just said it, Randy. They called the timeout to try to –
well, we had a block, and one of their defensive linemen pushed back into the end zone.
Let's see what this call is here.
I'm not sure if it's going to be a little too aggressive from our end.
It
will be.
Yep.
Just taking that block, Brett, a little bit behind the whistle.
Yeah, that's going to bring on a field goal opportunity for Colin Murphy. So, again, you're going to have Colin Murphy in these playoffs. So this is a good opportunity here. It's going to be a 40-yard field goal from right in the middle of the field. So Colin Murphy, plenty of leg, that's no question. If he hits it right, 40-yard attempt from in the middle of the field. There's the snap, the place, the kick's on the way. Big-time leg. Did he kick it through? He missed it. Pushed it to the left. Like that's a beautiful kick.
Would have been good from like 50.
Oh, no, he drilled. That was a well-struck football.
Yeah.
And you could tell it just hooked. on him a little bit, but struck it well. You're going to have some kicks, man, in the playoffs. And but leg strength is not a problem. Hopefully, again, kind of dial that in as we head into the latter part of the season and head into the second season of playoffs. So Chelsea will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20 with 7:33 to go. Just keeping this thing a 2-score game. Logan Strunk in there in the shotgun. Takes the snap, looks to his right, going to throw a pass. He's got a guy wide open across the 25, up to around the 30, and going to stay in bounds. The clock will roll there.
Good tackle over there in the open field by B.J. Hicks, though, but a nice play design. And look, Chelsea's just a different team here in the second half, playing more physical on both sides of the ball. Their running back's been out. You know, Malone, they got both of their starting 2 running backs out of the ball game now.
Hurd and, it just.
Because one we didn't see tonight.
Yeah, that's right. Shotgun's now going to take it and swing it out over there to the 35. He'll be spun out of bounds.
Staying underneath. Another 10, 12-yard gain there on 1st down. Really no harm done by our secondary, just giving up a lot of cushion.
9 yards on the play up to the 39.
Okay, so not quite a 1st down there. So 2nd and 1. Clock still rolling. Actually stepped out of bounds, so 6 minutes, 50 seconds to go in the ball game. 28-14, Wildcats lead.
Shotgun formation. Strunk claps his hands, going to hand off, and going to be right there at the stick, going to get a 1st down. Move the chains. Clock still rolling, 6:45. They'll stop it temporarily to move the chains. Get it up to the 42, and now they'll roll the clock. Strunk with a back beside him. Wildcats going to show some pressure right here. Pass is going to get interference. They're going to wrap him up around the waist there, try to quick slant. Wildcats got pressure right in the face of Strunk. Delivered a pass. Wildcats a little handsy there in the secondary, going to be caught with a pass interference. So going to continue to move the ball down the field.
Yeah, Big Cohen Jones, they keep going too. Number 16, 6'3", 210. Chelsea's got some great looking athletes.
Oh,
man.
yeah, no
They
kidding.
got length. They're all $190 to 210, 220. You can tell they work at it, Brett. You just see some teams that you're like, you're putting the effort out there, and they've got it. They don't necessarily have somebody back there that's overly dynamic with his arm throwing the ball down the field, but physical receivers.
Strunk takes the snap there, 1st and 10. Under pressure this time, going to run out. Boy, he got one right in the chops. He stepped up, felt the pressure, but the Wildcats going to get a sack. It's going to be about a 4-yard loss back here, back to around the 46 or 47-yard line. So
looks like Caleb Kendrick again with a big stop there. I don't know who that's going to be on, whether it's going to be on us or them.
This has been, like you said just a minute ago, been chippy here in the latter part of this game.
But, they've got a receiver. This play's been done for 25 seconds. He's still back in our secondary. How long are you going to leave him back there?
Right.
Chirp.
Dead ball, personal foul against Benjamin Russell. That's 2 of those here in the last 5 minutes.
30 of the yards here on this drive.
And just helping Chelsea move down the field here. You're up 28-14. You gotta keep your cool. I know Coach Johnson is not happy at all about that. Ball down to the 31. Had a big sack right there and negated a big defensive play. Going to run the back out of the backfield over here to the left in motion. Strunk looks down that far sideline, going to throw it up. Pick it off. If you turn around, you intercept
just can't
it.
find the football.
Man, that was a dying duck over on the right side. And Safety tried to run up, field it, and just couldn't get to it, and brings up 2nd down and 10.
In good coverage. Trying a little go route top side of the field, which is the short side of the field, and we got it defended well, and we got a safety over the top. Love to have that one back, Brett. That would have closed this thing out with an interception there.
Yeah, no doubt. 2nd and 10. Ball at the 31. Strunk going to hand off up there. Boy, he is hit immediately and drop. He get no push at all in this running game here in the second half.
That's going to be Poochie making that stop. Had 18 tackles for loss coming into this football game. Brett has had a well of a season so far. And it has been needed here in the second half tonight. And our, since that opening drive, I think our defensive line's played about as well as you can play.
I think you're exactly right. I think this group ain't given up much at all since that drive. So 3rd down and 9. Ball at the 30. Moving right to left. Got 2 backs back there besides Strunk. He takes the snap and set up a little screen. They got some blocks over there. 25-20, 15-10, 5. Got in. Touchdown. Dove for the pylon and got into the end zone. They've been running those screens all night.
Yeah, a little tunnel screen right there, and I think that's Cohen Jones again, number 16.
Boy, he's got some wheels, man.
Yeah, not only is he a big physical receiver, but he's also can run.
Yeah, he can run. Hey, Chelsea.
Everything underneath, Brett, and kind of beating us to the point of attack.
And they're taking advantage of our over pursuit and our aggressiveness on defense, trying to get back there and get a sack.
I think we're playing man free too.
Yeah.
Man free.
Yeah. Hey, look, Chelsea, they have refused to give up. Extra point on the way is up and good. It is 28-21 with 4:45 to go here in the ball game. Hey, look, Chelsea has not quit, and Faith, down to you. Wildcats had a chance to maybe put the game away, couldn't do it, so Chelsea's clawed back to within 1 score.
Coach Hill not happy after that extra point kicked by Chelsea. He said that it looked like they were in a legal formation. Not sure about how much of a difference, this 1 point is making, but definitely with the emotions high, with all of the chippiness going on, he's not happy, and neither is Coach Johnson.
Yeah, you gotta get that cleaned up, here late in the game. When you got a game in control, you said it. I gave them 30 yards of penalties on personal fouls, and that'll be a point of contention at film study coming up this week.
Got the hands team in, expecting an onside kick. We'll see which direction this one will go. Jai's the lone return man back deep.
Yep, 4:45 to go. Do you kick a onside right here? Or do you try to kick off and play defense? I mean, they've done a great job here in the second half.
Yeah, I would kick off.
Yeah, they're going to kick it off. Yep. Yeah, and it's going to go over the head and then through the end zone. I think that's the right thing to do. I mean, they played great defense here in the second half, and Wildcats have been held scoreless here in the second half. So dynamic first half, kind of going into a shell here in the second half.
Yeah, only 15 snaps this half for us.
Yeah, just haven't been able to get anything going consistently, and, Chelsea's fought back here. Cut it to a score, 28-21. Wildcats need a score here. Shotgun snap, going to hand it off over here. There's a block, turns the corner, 25. So a 5-yard gain there off right tackle. And there's Hardy again. He got Alex City ties.
Hey, he's a great player. Lots and lots of tackles. Good physical player, Brad. Had to play since he was very young, And
but
so
he looks the part, too,
he's going to end up with probably 400-plus tackles in his high school career.
He's a tackling machine for sure. 2nd down and 5. Sedarian in motion left to right. Going to line up at the H-back position. Kingston takes the snap. And taking it, handed off. Ja trying to find some room. Found one. 30, 35, 40.
Go, Ja.
Midfield, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown! Wildcats, Ja Norris. He bounced it back to the right and found a seam and headed down the numbers. And Ja Norris with a massive run here to give the Wildcats their first score here in the second half and make it a 34-21 lead.
And you'll have to run me down some stats on him tonight, Coach Coleman, because he has been great all night long. Started off the opening possession of the game, Brett, being very confident, sitting back there and waiting for good blocks. And right here,
75.
Once he got into the secondary, he was done.
75 yards.
Yep.
Extra point on the way. Good kick there is up and good. It is 35-21. A 75-yard touchdown run by Ja Norris down to the sideline with Faith. Faith, that's what the Wildcats needed. They needed a big play, and they got it from Ja Norris.
Y'all were just talking about how they've been scoreless this entire half, and Ja might have heard y'all when you guys said that because he sure wanted to come back and respond to something. And this has brought the motivation and the momentum right back to this sideline for this 5th touchdown of the night.
Hey, let me tell you something. Explosive plays, guys. And this team can do it through the air and on the ground. Thank you, Faith, down there on the sideline. Hey, as pretty a run, that play designed to go left. He puts his foot in the ground, comes back right, and, man, once he got to the second level, man, he had the angle and outran a couple of Chelsea Hornets down there around the 5 to get into the end zone.
Well, need him to stay healthy. I mean, we've got backs that have been gimpy a little bit throughout the year. Josh out tonight, so Josh had extra runs. Been really good to see Pierre getting some opportunities to run the football, and he's looked good back there. And Elijah's also been in the backfield. But what a night for Ja.
Here's a squibber down the middle, going to field it at the 25. And they found a seam up to the 40. So that kick was returned by number 9 for Chelsea, Ethan Reed. 3:41 to go here in the football game. Wildcats back to a 2-touchdown advantage, 35-21. They answer that Chelsea drive with an explosive run of 75 yards by Ja Norris. That might be your play of the game right there, guys.
Yep.
Big time. I mean, a bunch of plays.
Just need a spark right there.
Yeah,
too.
I mean, you know, a couple of those passes from Kingston to BJE, but this was at a crucial time here.
Ja probably with 140-plus yards rushing tonight.
Solid night for Ja. Shotgun snap for Strunk under pressure. I tell you, this pass is complete, but, boy, they read that perfectly over there. Is that Baby J?
It is.
And he came up and made a great hit there at the 40-yard line.
Right when the pass was completed, so it's going to be about a half yard to a yard loss on that play.
Yes,
clock still rolling. We'll roll under 3 minutes to go here in the football game on this snap. 35-21 Wildcats lead.
Yep. Strunk there. Baby J, such closing speed there from the secondary. Timed that perfect. 2nd and 11. Strunk shotgun formation. Steps up in the pocket. He's under pressure, going to sidearm it. Got his man at the 50. And then going to get into Wildcat territory down to the 47.
Slot receiver still down on the field. Took a shot.
Yeah, he took a
right there at the end.
Very awkward how he fell.
I was about to brag on him because he is Luke Hairston is his name. Only 5'8", 145, playing slot receiver. And
he took a shot. He really did.
He's made some good plays around the middle of the field, Brett. But I'm hoping it's not a right arm something. It's what it looked like.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of got tied up and spun down. So he's laying right there at the 47. 2:51 to go in this football game. Wildcats up 35-21, and medical staff checking on that young man again. Like you said, Luke Hairston. He's going to get up.
Yep.
It's good to see, and going to be able to walk off the field and
Quick update there for Jai, 131 yards rushing tonight. I think 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
No, he's got 3.
It is,
yeah.
3.
Well, there's your player.
Yeah.
There's your player of the game. There's not going to be any
denying that.
Yeah, no debate going on tonight. That's about as good a night as you're going to see.
He and Charles.
Charles
been great.
Yeah, you got to definitely give a defensive player. Charles has been phenomenal. First down and 10 at the 47. Shotgun snap. He's going to stumble out of the snap, and then he's going to throw it into the boundary.
Yeah,
incomplete.
very well defended over here in the secondary by the Wildcats. And I don't know if they were looking for a little wheel route, rolling this pocket out to the left. We had Charzell coming in pursuit from the backside. Couldn't quite make it to the quarterback there, but giving him enough pressure that he knew he had to get rid of the football, Brett.
Right.
And waste it down this sideline. Second down and 10, 35-21 Wildcats lead.
2:30 to go in the game. Motion man over here, left to right. Drops back, Strunk under pressure, going to have to throw it. It's intercepted. Right there across the middle, going to go backwards, going to turn the corner. 45, midfield, 40, 30,
boy, he's
20, 10, 5. Touchdown! Wildcats!
Boy, when he intercepts for one, you just go ahead and write it up on the scoreboard as an interception return for touchdown. That's 3 INTs return for TDs on the season for Baby J. Calhoun. And you saw it once he got the pick, Brett, he wasn't going to be happy with just getting the pick. He was able to go maybe, 5-7 yards back.
Yes.
Knew if he hit this right sideline, it was
He went
over.
about 10 or 15 back and then turned the corner. Like, I told you what Kurt Johnson said. Every time he touches the ball, he thinks he's going to score, and he does most of the time. Baby J. Calhoun, speed to burn, guys, and we'll go down to Faith on the sideline. I think you guys are trying to catch up with him running down there to create some warmth. But, hey, Baby J left you guys in the dust too. But, hey, man, what a dynamic player.
I mean, we just absolutely took off. I feel like we just made that exact run that he did. Definitely getting some warmth. Sophie, she almost went down with a little ankle injury. But, I mean, Baby J, that's one name that you keep hearing on and on. But right now, Coach Johnson is not happy with these refs.
Yeah, he's out, man. He's out on the field with the head official, and
all I've been hearing is they have been cutting them off. So I'm not really sure.
Maybe cut blocks or whatever.
Cut blocks.
Yeah, probably chop blocks into the legs.
Stay off the knees.
Yeah, and I don't blame him, man.
Yeah.
If that's the case, good call down there, Faith, on that. Hey, pretty good speed down there, but not quite Baby J speed for y'all, okay? So
by the way, I think BJ had a leveling on this right sideline. I apologize if it wasn't because I got caught up on the return, but there was a block that knocked some poor kid 7 yards down the field, and I'm pretty sure it was BJ that did it. So,
hey,
man, what a great
job.
That's
huge as we squibbed this one down to the 25. Found a little bit of a hole, and penalty flag, going to be a blot in the back. Hey, but, when you got a guy that picks it off and turns around and comes back the other way, you can almost bank on a back block in the back or a chop or a crack back block or whatever you want to call it, blindside block. But, man, how well did they set that up over here on this near sideline? But Baby J's like, look, y'all ain't need to block. Y'all need to block for me. I'm gone.
Speed.
So what a great interception return. Like you said, Randy, that's 3 now. Pick sixes for Baby J. Had 2 in one game.
I think he's had at least 3 kick returns called back this year, too.
Hey, I got to give props to this official. He threw that flag 30 yards. Like, that thing, like the guy the back judge saw the block in the back. Look at where the penalty was, y'all. It's at the 30. He was back here.
That flag.
He was back here at the 40. Man, that joker threw that thing 30 yards. There you go. I thought you were going to catch it down there on the side.
I could have. I mean, Sophie and I were talking about it. We said, he just launched that flag.
So best throw of the night, I think, including what Kingston's had. So that one was chunked. All right, way back now. What a great tackle from behind.
Vontae Traylor.
Man, that is what you want in a nose tackle right there, guys. Just smothered him. 1:48 to go in the ball game. Wildcats going to win it 42-21. And Chelsea, last opportunity here region-wise for them. Not going to make the playoffs. Going to fall to 5-4. Wildcats going to improve to 8-1 on the season. Got up to number 5 in the rankings this week, guys. They've been at 6 for the last 2 weeks and jumped up in the top 5 now. .115, going to snap it on second down and see. What a play by Charles.
Yeah.
Good Lord, just spun him down. Just slung him back here like a rag doll. And that guy is a man possessed back here. Just a beast of a middle linebacker. How many tackles he had in the state championship game last year? 14.
Yeah,
14.
He had and the biggest play was the interception.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So,
man, that guy just – look, Kurt Johnson tries to get him to smile every once in a while, won't do it. Like, it's just like, it is all business. He's like, man, you got to lighten up a little bit. He's like, no, I got stuff to take care of. Like, that's the way he is in the hallway all the time. And, man, he is nothing but business on the field.
Focused.
He always – about as driven as a kid as you'll find. 3rd down and 7. Handoff behind, and then going to be tackled back here for a loss. It'll be 4th down. 20 seconds to go in the game, and I don't think Chelsea will try to snap it. That's going to wrap it up here, and the clock will run down, and they'll exit the field, and they'll line up, and the Wildcats going to win it 42-21 here, improve to 8-1 on the season. We'll go ahead and take a break here on the program. When we come back, it'll be the Radney Funeral Home postgame show. You're listening to the Wildcat Football Network. Everyone to the Radney Funeral Home postgame show. Boy, shut that off. You better have the score in your mind. 42-21 was the final score here tonight. Wildcats winners over the Chelsea Hornets, improved to 8-1 on the season, and number 5 in the state heading into the last game of the season next Thursday. It'll be a Thursday night game at the Sportplex against Percy Julian as you get ready for the playoffs. And just kind of give a forward look into the playoffs. Looks like it's going to be Central Tuscaloosa in the first round at home. They got some really good athletes. That's been a tough region over there, so it's going to be a formidable opponent there in the first round. And but got to take care of business. Percy Julian came into Benjamin Russell last year and beat us, Randy, and thought they coached it pretty well against us. So love to get in there, finish business, finish 9-1. Heading into the playoffs as a top 5 team in 6A.
Yeah, and take everybody healthy into the playoffs is an important thing. And Right now, we're very healthy. We've got a couple of players that were out tonight, but I don't think it's anything major. Knock on wood, and Brett, that's the key. When you get to this part of the season,
right?
You know, those teams that can take what they started the season with into the playoffs is a big part. And looking forward to seeing what we can do. I think we're getting better. I really do. That was a tough team across the way. One of the best Chelsea teams I've seen over the years. Now we've played them 8 times, won 7 of them. But that's a really good Chelsea team. We beat them 34-0 last year. We weren't beating them 34-0 tonight.
No.
That was a good enough offensive group. They were going to get some things done.
I'm really impressed with how they had nothing to play for tonight. So came out here.
And, hey, look, for a lot of the game, they had their top 2 backs out.
Right.
And still really physical. So that's
they got some good days ahead for sure. And it's a good program here. Chelsea, but Wildcats a little bit too much for them tonight. Scoring 42 points. Love to see the offense kind of get back in gear after it kind of struggled for a couple of games. Coach Johnson and I talked about. So we'll go ahead and get down to business. We'll catch up with Faith and Coach Johnson here in just a second. But the Dark Insurance players of the game, I know you guys talked about it. Don't be in the dark about your insurance needs. Call Dark Insurance today, both offensively and defensively.
Well, I'm going to let y'all get this thing finished up, but I'll go ahead and name these 2 players of the game and head down and get photos with them. Jai's, what a night by him. And Jai Norris, 5'8", 175, has been slightly hindered by some injuries here for a little while, but has been back for a while. And Jai, what a night for him. He goes 131 yards, 3 touchdowns, Brett, and
yes.
Looked great doing it also, and easily could have given it to the offensive line tonight, who played really well. And then Charles Chappelle, he's a wonderful linebacker, had one of his best games tonight, and that's saying a lot. Came into the ball game with 86 stops on the season. I promise you, he left out of here with over 100.
Absolutely. Congratulations to both of those young men playing extremely well. Jai Norris on the offensive side, Charles Chappelle. On the defensive side, players of the game brought to you by Dark Insurance. Don't be in the dark. About your insurance needs, call on Dark Insurance today. Before we talk about the Wildcat play of the game, I think Faith's going to catch up with Coach here in about 2 seconds. So just waiting. How'd you let somebody elbow you out of the way down there, Faith?
She's cold.
Here we go.
Oh.
Here we go. Got Coach Johnson coming up here now with Faith.
Congratulations on this win tonight. Okay, tell me about what you thought of Kingston Freer's game tonight and how we played.
I thought he played real well. You know, anytime we can, create the matchups and get the ball to B.J. Bega and Scenario Morgan, it's probably going to be a successful night for us. And those guys made some big-time catches, and he put the ball where it's supposed to be. So, kudos to him. The kid's only a sophomore, and he continues to play in some big football games, and undefeated in his high school career in the region. And so, I'm proud of him, and we got to continue to get to work because we didn't play our best game.
Tell me about what are some of those things you will be reviewing in that film room this week.
Going to sleep on defense and giving up 21 points. That's never a reflection of what we want. And then, capitalizing on drives. You got the ball in the red zone twice, maybe, right? Twice, and then get any points out of it, whether it be a field goal, whether it be a touchdown. We can't leave points on the board. When you talk about going to do what we're trying to do here, that's win a state championship. You do that down in Saraland or Pike Road or wherever else, wherever we are on the road. It's not going to be good for you.
Thanks, Coach. Enjoy this win tonight.
Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.
Faith, good to hear from Coach Johnson. Obviously not the happiest with the effort on a couple of areas. That's great when you win a game 42-21 and you go, look, we're not even close to being happy. We got a lot of work to do. So congratulations to the Wildcats and Coach Johnson again. Just great night, but still a lot of things to work on there for
he's thinking
the Wildcats.
Always get better. And, right now we are.
Yeah, absolutely. Going to get better. Let's go to the Leigh Martin Tractor outdoor play of the game.
Yeah, so Jair with a 75-yard run, and it was at the right time. Our offense kind of not struggling, but kind of throwing out, and it was a huge play. Turned the speed on, and really just run by the other players on Chelsea's team.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a great opportunity, for Again, John Norris doing such a great job running the football tonight, and at a key moment, again, got offensive player of the game, and then makes that play of the game, which was tremendous.
And it was a big play, too.
Absolutely. Again, Wildcats going to win it 42-21, and improved 8-1 on the season. And we'll go home for one final game against Percy Julian on Thursday night. Reminder, that game's on Thursday as the Wildcats close out the regular season. That's hard to believe. We're here week 10, going to finish up the season.
Senior night.
Senior night, yep. So a big night. But, hey, nowhere close to being done. Got some deep playoff aspirations coming up for the Wildcats this year. And, again, want to finish strong on the season, and then come back and get ready to start the playoffs at home against a more than likely a Central Tuscaloosa team, the way it's kind of shaping up. So we'll definitely keep you posted on that. But, again, looking forward to that run, and hopefully the Wildcats can get some things done there. So, all right, Wes, that's going to wrap it up here for us here on the Radney Funeral Home postgame show. Again, reminder, everybody, Wildcat football will be back on the air next Thursday against Percy Julian at home. Kickoff time at 7 o'clock, pregame show, Russell Dewitt Center. Countdown to kickoff at 6:30. And, again, we'll be there with you for all of it. For our entire broadcast crew, Faith Richardson on the sideline, Sophie Porter down there with our camera, Kane over here with our board ops, you over here, Wes, with our stats, and then, of course, Randy, my broadcast partner. And, again, thanks to all of you for everything that you do so much. And, again, we're going to see you guys next Thursday night at the Sportsplex for another edition of the Wildcat Football Network.